What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another week here at the Nemesis Gaming League. This week is the divisional week. Divisional matches have started, so things have been getting very spicy out here for sure. A lot of heat on the pitches. I'm Rocker Man, back here in the booth, joined by the one and only Mallow. Mallow, how are you doing tonight?
Oh, Rocker Man, I'm doing great, man. First full week of the season for Titan and Novice, and we're going to be able to announce some first player of the weeks this week for that, and I can't wait to get started here. And then after that, actually a very spicy game straight after.
Yeah, we will have a spicy one. Rooks versus Warhawks. We'll talk a little bit more about that after this. But first up, Mallow, why don't we quickly go through and start with the Novice Player of the Week for week 2?
Yeah, man. So week 2 of which I think is technically is it week 1 of Novice regular season, because they had preseason the very first week of Nemesis, and was looking at the stats here, and I tell you, as part of the receiving end of it, the Kiwis as a whole, shout out to that entire team. They did an absolute stomping on their team, their enemies, I should say. Some call outs here with Reckless and Ace serving up there in the top area. Savage, another one who was up on the top of the list, but like I said, the entire Kiwis team at the time, because we've had some movement since then. But the winner this week for Player of the Week in Novice is going to be Ryan Gav. Just absolutely blazing through the competition. Like I said, I experienced it firsthand Wednesday, and he was a beast. And I could go through, some of the stats for that entire team, but what I'll do right now is just Ryan, over 500 points per game scored average. That's an insane number, especially when you're talking about only 6 games, I believe. I can't quite tell from this list here. I think it is 6. Yeah. So to go 6 games total, 2 sweeps, and to get over 500 points the entire week is impressive. And then a goal and a half a game, almost an entire assist a game. Was a little lower on the save, but still a save and a half, which is pretty high up there. Reckless had almost 2 3/4 on that, a little over 2 3/4 actually. So Ryan Gav, due to that, got the highest player rating in novice, and he definitely deserved that player of the week. And we go over to prospect here, Rockerman, and who do we have?
Yeah, for prospect coming up here, we have got a lot of great contenders. A couple of shout outs. Didn't quite make it, but had some good performances. I got a shout out Tripwire. I see Smoke, Sweeney, CJ Fire, Turbo Fuego, Kovalchuk. We saw our last week's player of the week. He was also had a good performance, didn't meet the minimum games, but JD is there. But the winner is going to go to Cream from Fleury. Great performance, 1.57 goals per game, 1.14 assists, and 1.43 saves. So averaging over 1 in every category. Majorly impressive there to get that one. So huge congratulations to them on that win or the player of the week. And we'll keep things rolling, Mel, as we move along to Challenger.
Yeah, challenger here, man. Griffins, kind of the same boat that the Kiwis were in novice here. They steamrolled through their competition, sweeping both of them, not losing a game. And J Rod and Mealy, the ones who stuck out on that team. Shout out here to Che Young and Moxon and Quake. But the player of the week here is going to go to Mealy. Mealy with over 540 points averaged per game, 2 goals per game, close to 5 shots, 4.67 shots per game, close to about assist a game, 0.83, 1.67 saves, and wasn't too heavy on demos. Which, hey, when you're scoring like that, why demo, right? Because you're just dominating. So with that being said, who do we have for rival?
Well, before I get to rival, big shout out to Mealy. Got to actually play against him this past week. He kind of gave us a little bit of the rundown there. He was definitely a well deserving player of the week there. So congratulations to him. But as we move on to rival, a lot of great players here. A lot of players well over the 450 mark for score, or well, at least well around there. Shout out to Ventus. You see Flame Intruder, Bazinks, Zoom, Pharaoh. I see T-Man up there. He had 548 score per game, but he's not even going to win the player of the week because the player of the week with 600 score per game here is going to go to Valence from White out there. 1.86 goals per game, 1.43 assists, 1.57 saves. So the man was flying around the pitch in every single aspect of the game. 1.86 goals and averaging over 600. Mallow is definitely some insane work there to win rival player of the week.
Oh, absolutely. Getting that high in rival is extremely impressive. That means you were putting in the work. So, congratulations to Valence there. But Titan, it's a little bit closer than I think the other leagues that we announced this week here. Big shout out to Zen and Grim Kami and Pizza and Bluey and even North. And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, and because my memory was going all over the place Monday, so I can't retain what happened last week after that. But Monster, who I believe we saw on stream, also in the above 400. But really, we got to give the player of the week to Brandon with Venganza with over 500 points scored per game. And played 8 games. That's the impressive thing about that, is to have 8 games and score over 500 like that. Pretty good stat line. Goal a game, over an assist a game, which is also pretty impressive to have 1 and 1 there, and then 2 saves a game. Another impressive stat line there, putting Brandon at the top of the Titan player ratings for the very first regular season week for Titan League. And once again, congratulations to Brandon, and I know these other players are going to be clawing and scratching their way to get that too, because it was a close one.
Yeah, it definitely was. And big congratulations to all of our Player of the Week winners for week 2. You can see them all on the screen right there. Big congrats to them. And yeah, we'll see how it goes for week number 3. See if you can see your name up there with some big performances last day of week number 3 here. So make sure you guys get your games in, get some good performances in. You could be on this list here. But yeah, we're gonna quickly transition over as we're about to get into talking about this first matchup here. Before I do, quick shout out to Dukes coming back for 33 months. Shout out to Dukes on the resub there. Much love to Dukes as always. And Mallow, we've got a very interesting matchup to kick things off as we're going to the Prospect League. We have the Rooks taking on the Warhawks. What can you tell us about this matchup before we get things going?
Yeah, Rooks and Warhawks both made some changes here, both winless. So this is going to be the battle of the winless here to see who gets the first win out of these two teams. But the Warhawks, Cozy Boy taking a shot for his team, or taking one for the team, going non-playing to give at least one of the roster spots up to one new player in the league, Plugin. I believe it's his first season here in Nemesis as far as playing. I could be wrong. But they also picked up Frosty, who is another fantastic matchup. You and I both know Frosty. I was a teammate of Frosty last season. We went to the playoffs in Novice, but um, that's gonna. I think that's a much better team now. And so when I look over at the Rooks, they made some changes too. They got rid of, I think, at least 2 players, or at least 1 player. It could have been 2, but they have Stumpy now, and they have Brad McSnackwrap, which we love that name. So I don't know if we'll be saying that name a lot, but I'm already hungry after eating 2 bowls of soup. Now I want some chicken McSnackwraps from a certain restaurant that I don't think serves it anymore. But anyway, but these, and then of course the controlled alt elite rounding up as the 4th player there, which looking at the salaries, they're pretty close together. So really, you could start anyone. But these two teams, I can't wait to see how they're going to do. In my personal opinion, I think the Warhawks changes what Cozy Boy did over the past day. I think is going to earn him a victory.
All right, well, Mallow's going with the Warhawks here, and we're going to have to see here as we've got the players joined up in the lobby. We're going to get them onto the pitch here and see how things are going to shake out. But you guys can get your last-minute predictions in to the channel point predictions on the Twitch channel. Looks like it's pretty split at the moment here, and looks like we're about ready to get underway for game number 1 as we're going to get things rolling here. As we've got the Rooks in the white and the Warhawks in the red tonight here. Looks like we're gonna get things underway here. And Mallow, you mentioned a couple of players here to possibly watch out for. Anyone else you want to talk about here? As this ball is gonna find the back of the net, Plugin is gonna score first.
That was going to be the big question mark for me. Is I recognize the name Plugin, and I recognize him from another league, and I believe he did pretty well in that league. But right now, he's doing fantastic here in his first game, or at least this first game of the season for him, because he was a free agent to start with. Getting the first goal for this team, and you talk about the Rooks. I see it's Stumpy, Speed, and Controlled Alt Elite, so it doesn't look like Brad is at least starting anyway. Speed is definitely going to be one of the ones to watch, and I don't know in which capacity yet, but I think it's going to be Speed and Plug-in the ones to watch.
All right, well, we're going to have to see here as we are into this game number 1. Both these teams looking for their first win of the season, both at 0-5, so definitely a long season to go here, but you got to try to turn it around right here if you're going to want a chance. This one shot off the net there, not quite going to go. This ball popped up, Speed Demon trying to fire that one in, but Stumpy is going to send it off to the side. Stumpy can't quite connect on that one. Elite going to push this one in the midfield. Lucky going to bang it out at Plug-in, trying to get up to it. Can't quite find the touch. Speed and send it back out in the midfield. This ball shot towards the net. Speed trying to drop down the pass controls there, but not quite going to be able to put that one on target this time. This ball dropping down in midfield, and it's going to fall off a teammate and go into the net. An unfortunate scene here in the Prospect League.
Yeah, almost a prospect moment there to an extent. That's a little bit faster pace than I think Novice would have been capable of. So, but when you're trying to go at a faster pace, trying to learn your teammates after just joining the team, I would fully expect to see things like that. And right now, the teams are tied up 1-1 with roughly 3:15 remaining.
Yeah, and it's a tough way to concede the first goal, but I know the Rooks are definitely going to take that one. As they're trying to fire this one down in the midfield. Lucky played slow a little bit. Double commit comes through. A plug in. Stay on that one as it's fired back towards that. Lucky. Find a bang. Stumpy missed enough to the corner. Plug in. Trying to find the read. Gonna find a touch toward the midfield. Dangerous ball, but control. Find that touch. He's looking to chase it down. Doesn't have a lot of boost. Gonna try to get it around one, but plug in. Diving in. Able to send that one down. Looking for the double, but this one gonna fire up. Lucky. Dropping it down, but Elite. It's gonna find that bang. Denying the Warhawks attack for the moment. It's Elite. First one back in the midfield. Rooks trying to find an attack there. Demo came through, opened up a little bit of space, but not quite gonna find it there. Speed Demon taking up another demo. It's gonna come through, but plug in. It's all over the top of that one. They're able to deny it away. Plug it again, looking for another touch, but Elite. It's gonna make that one happen. This ball popped up in the midfield. Dangerous ball, looking for the shot here. Dukes can't quite find it. Elite's gonna get it away, and now we're about 2 minutes remaining in this game. As the Rooks trying to find one here, but nobody able to break the tied margin here at the moment.
Yeah, not at the moment. And, I was kind of holding my breath there because I was fully expecting a goal to pop up if I tried to say anything. But yeah, the push there was pretty good, but it's kind of been what we've been seeing all along is just a little bit of back and forth. Not necessarily, volleyball or ping pong, but they're keeping it close. It's just the defenses are 50 and keeping it out of the middle of the out of the center of the goal as I say that happens. But yeah, it's been pretty close so far, and Dukes I should say Dukes squeezing that one in right past Stumpy. I think Stumpy may have accidentally jumped backwards or tried to jump to the left, tried to save the ball, but it ended up the pass there just ended up making it pop out. Duke's able to squeeze it in there.
Yeah, and I think maybe Stumpy thought that one was heading on target, but not quite this time around. As we're gonna have a lead be taken by the Warhawks. See if they can close out here in game number 1. B-Demon hunting for plug-in. Lead on the jump there, but still able to get it off the side of this ball. Dangerous out in the midfield. It's dropped out, blocked. Good block there by plug-in. So he's trying to get up to this one. Gonna find one touch. The Dukes. He's gonna send it back. This ball off the side wall. Another touch coming through. Control at the lead. Looking to stay with it there as this one's up in the midfield. Warhawks able to deny it away for now, but Stumpy is coming back. He's gonna be blocked. Plug-in. Really putting some pressure on. This one going back towards midfield. Could be dangerous, but gonna be denied away. Lucky with the savior medal. Blocks it, and another block comes through to clear that one away. Only 30 seconds remaining. The Warhawks holding on to their lead. The Rooks, you need to make something happen here. This one's gonna be sent down to plug-in. Racing back, Stumpy. Trying to take it up in the midfield. Trying to get to this one. Speed Demon coming through
goodness.
on the donkey. Puts it in and ties us up at 2.
Did a defender touch that and slow it down? Because it almost looked like that was the case. I guess not. The angle made it look like it was. But what a shot there by Speed Demon. Great placement. Getting it past that defense. Now we're tied up. 15 seconds remaining.
Yeah, could we see overtime here in game number 1? Speed Demon trying to take it slow, waiting for his team. This ball's in the midfield with Stumpy. Gonna find a touch. The Rooks now trying to find the counterattack. Not a lot of time. This ball's popping up. Big opportunity. Thrown down to the ground. And we've got overtime here in game number 1 battle. Both teams finding their punches.
Yeah, absolutely. I'd like to Speed's play there, playing it slow, waste some time off the clock, ensure that you get the last chance, bar any crazy pinch or counterattack or anything, to ensure you might get that last goal. But perfect job there by the defense. And now we're in an overtime in game 1, and I fully expect that we're gonna see a goal here within the next minute or so.
We very well might, as that one is a must-see attempt towards that off the backboard. Dangerous ball. Elite able to get up high, but here comes Lucky trying to get to it just a little bit off on the takeoff there, trying to keep that speed up. Like you mentioned, see if he can play fast, and maybe play a little bit too fast for his own good that time. But still, the Warhawks able to keep it in speed. No boost. This ball is up. Dangerous. Stumpy is going to find a touch speed. No boost to work with. Going to send it down. Double commit from the Warhawks. The Rooks taking control here. Going to flick it over one. This ball popped up. The lead. Gonna find a bump on the defender, but a huge dunk. Going to come off the post, and Dukes is going to finish it off there. And the Warhawks going to come through to take game one.
Oh my goodness, what a dunk there by Plug-In. Wow. Already proven his worth coming off the bench, or coming off a free agency. And the Warhawks winning game one here. And with the prediction being right there with that minute that I was talking about after the 30-second mark. So both teams here putting out some shots, though. 10 shots for the Rooks, 14 for the Warhawks. But the Warhawks, lucky, 6 saves, an insane amount of saves. And, you know, that's the type of those are the types of numbers that I see quite a bit from certain players in Novice. I usually don't see them that often here up in Prospect as far as saves are concerned.
Yeah, that was a huge save performance. I mean, both sides had an enormous amount of saves. You know, Lucky with the double savior medal, Plug-In got a savior medal, Speed Demon Controlled Elite all got savior medals in that game. So everyone really putting in the work there on the defensive end. But the Warhawks defense just strong enough to lead him to that game one victory. And as we move on into game number 2, we're gonna have to see if that defense is gonna hold, or if offense will prevail here. As we only saw 5 goals in that game 2 here. We're going to move right on into this game number 2 here on Urban Central. Kickoff coming through, Stumpy. Going to find a touch, able to send this one off to the side. Warhawks going back for a moment is Plug-In. Try to chase up Speed Demon, send it towards the net. Dukes going to get it up for a moment. Stumpy to the backboard, Lucky. Going to try to take a clear over. Going to find 1, going to find 2. Gonna find 3 there as it's dropped down. Plug-In now gonna take control. Plug-In trying to take it towards the net, looking to follow down on it, finds a pinch, but not quite able to find it on target there. There's a big opportunity. Not quite gonna happen. The Speed Demon is up, trying to stay with this one. He's able to find 1 touch, but couldn't quite get it on target. As the Warhawks gonna get it out, booming it towards the net there, wide, but just a little bit off. Would have been a huge opportunity there to get that first goal for the Warhawks. This one dropped down the midfield. Some demos gonna fall through there. This Rook's now Stumpy taking control, trying to find a low 50. Finds 1. Duke's gonna send it down. Plug-In versus Elite. Elite gonna find a touch. Now it's just Lucky here, looking to find something. Lucky, good 50 there. We get it off to the side. This one's sent down, and about a minute in here, Mallow. Both these teams haven't really quite seen as much offense as we saw in game number 1 to start things off, but both teams looking to try to find something here.
Yeah, they are, and you know, Plug-In doing what he was doing last game. They were bouncing it off the wall. Just no other player there for the Warhawks to, you know, be able to try and shoot that. But one thing that I did notice, Rocker Man, as it looks like Plug-In may have been trying to go too fast there and barely missed, as Controlled Alt Elite gets it past the last man, and the Rooks, they're up kind of early, about 3:25 left.
Yeah, I think that touch was just enough to get it over the defense there, and the last defender not quite ready for it. As yeah, it's a good start here for the Rooks, trying to bring themselves back in this series. Is Lucky off the ceiling, gonna find a little bit of a flip there. But Rooks able to get up for a moment as Duke's now sending it back in. Demo through. Speed now. Into this one back towards the net. Lucky gotta take some control. He's gonna be bumped off to the corner. Stumpy, he's now trying to take some control. This one's sent out. Elite off the sidewall. Warhawks both up for Dukes. He's gonna find a touch. Speed Demon is there, pushing it up towards the net. Dangerous ball sent across for Plug-In. Fortunate no Rook's attacker quite ready for that one. Demo comes through on the Warhawks. This ball off the backboard. Opportunity, gonna get it by 2, turn it around, but shot quite able to fall through. Brooks just trying to put it on the attack here. This one sent off the backboard. Opportunity, not quite gonna go. This one banged down. A lot of sustained pressure there for the Rooks as some bumps are trying to come through. But the Rooks, Mallow, it seems like so far in this game number 2, they have definitely had a lot of sustained pressure.
Yeah, they have, and I think a lot of that goes back to what I was going to say before that first goal. One thing that happened in the first game that we really didn't note on was the bumps and demos. There were some in the first game, but I don't think there was nearly enough, and we saw it actually come out a little bit earlier this time and a bit more aggressive, which is why we're seeing the pressure on the Rook's side. And right now, we looking at this, the shot count is still pretty low, considering the last game.
Yeah, nothing too crazy in the shot department on this one. I think both teams really just locking down on the defensive end. We talked about how good they were on defense, and it seems like this game number 2, the defense is prevailing. Only 1 goal on the board here. That one was by the Rooks. So we're going to tie this series up. Warhawks trying to send this one back towards an net speed demon. He's going to find a block there. Another block comes through from Dukes. This plug-in trying to drop it down. This ball. Pop-up attempt from Dukes, but couldn't quite find it up like he was looking for. This one sent back. Elite can't quite get the boost. He's going to find the ball, though. He's looking for 50 here in the corner. Going to pop this one up. A minute remaining now. The Warhawks got to try to find something here. Only down by 1, so any goal will do. This one out of the midfield. Maybe a fake attempt. This ball dropping down midfield, but Speed able to get it out here in Mallow with only a little bit of time left. How are the Warhawks going to try to find one to break through?
I don't know at the moment, but I tell you, they did get away. The Rooks got away with one there with that double commit with Stumpy and Speed, because that could have been disastrous. Trying to play maybe a little too fast still. I don't know if it's still trying to get used to each other or trying to keep that pressure going. But you have to be careful with that, especially when you're in center, because you could end up pinching it. You could end up losing the 50, and then you got 2 guys up in the air with that one last person, and you're just saying, okay, good luck, guys. So, but like I said, it looks like it may not cost them here. With us having 2 seconds, this one may go to the Rooks, and it does. So the Rooks didn't get punished for that one double touch, but like you said before, Rocker Man, the defense is what prevailed in this one. 1 save apiece, and having 2 shots on the Warhawks, that's not something you want to see or want to do as a Warhawks player or fan, because with what we saw last game, they had quite a bit.
Yeah, it's definitely the tale of 2 games right there. From game 1 to game 2, we saw high shooting overtime in game number 1, and this one a low scoring 1 goal affair with only 6 shots in the entire game. So these 2 teams definitely calmed down in that game number 2. And now as we're moving on to game number 3, Mallow, I mean, what do we expect here? You think that the defense will continue on to game 3, or do you think we'll see a lot more into the offensive ways in this one?
I think we're going to see a lot more bumps and demos on both sides of the ball here to try and disrupt that defense. If you don't, that's what you definitely need to be doing, because otherwise you're going to be seeing saves like that the entire game, and it's going to be another low-scoring affair with either a low number of shots and same amount of saves, or you might see a high number of shots and a high number of saves. So, yeah, you got to do some disruption on offense. Otherwise, you're going to get very little opportunities.
Let's see if that disruption comes through here. So we're in a game 3 of the series, tied at 1 apiece. Both teams looking for their first win, trying to stay out of the Prospect League basement. Ooh. This one popped out of the midfield. That ball not going to go through, though. It's Plugin going to find a touch. This one slotted towards the net, but Dukes able to get to it, able to pop it up towards Plugin, who sends it into the corner, looking for another one. Plugin finds a second touch. Dukes going to pop it by 1, but that's about as far as they'll get for the moment. Plugin midfield speed. And that one off. Dukes getting up to the wall there, trying to get to it. Stumpy able to bang it down. Warhawks a bit of a double commit there. Boost grab. It's going to be secured. The bump comes through. Dukes getting harassed a little bit. Warhawks trying to chase it out, but Stumpy, he's going to win to that ball. It's going to allow Dukes to bang it down. Elite will make a touch, and he does. This one up in the midfield. Plug-in. Trying to get up to that one. Maybe looking for a bump, but couldn't find it. Lucky dropping it down, swinging it to the corner. No one quite there on this one. So we're about a minute and a half through this game number 3. Shot fired towards the net, but not going to go. So we're going to stay tied up at 0 for the moment. And that one on the goal line, a huge save. Dukes coming through at the very last second.
Holy cow. And this is oh, wait a minute. and a sniping shot by Plug-In on the other end. Nice little counterattack, barely beating Speed, but it was just enough. Caught the defense sleeping. And, you know, sometimes that's just what you need to do, is just boom it past an aggressive team. And I think that's what happened there. I think the Rooks got caught out of position, maybe a little too aggressive, and Plug-In was able to sneak it by him.
Yeah, I think they really thought that other goal was in. What a huge save by Dukes leads to the counterattack by Plug-In. That is just a massive goal for the Warhawks, but a massive answer is Elite coming over the top to send her home.
Yeah, that's exactly what you want to do as the Rooks, is answer immediately after that. Make this a 0-0 ball game again, especially with the pressure you've been putting on offense. 7 shots. And the defense of the Warhawks with 5 saves. You know, you should have, theoretically, a second goal here, but the defense has been incredible by the Warhawks. Let's see if they continue this.
Defense, it really has been great. I think on both sides, to be honest, it has been very solid for the most part, especially for Prospect League. Let's see who is going to break through on this one. Lucky was looking for Elite, but Elite, he's got that long Nemesis experience. He knows how to defend there and avoid these demos. Good job on him there to get that one away. Speed now looking to take control of a Plug-In. Speed into that one. This ball banged down by Stumpy towards the backboard. Lucky gonna take control here. Gonna send it out towards the midfield. Gonna follow there over the top of Speed Demon. This ball popped up. Elite gonna hold on to this one with that dominance, but only for a moment. This ball dropped down. Plug-In almost able to get to it, just a little bit too far. I'm expecting that ball to get as far out as it did. 50 attempt comes through. This ball is up. Speed Demon is gonna have to wait. Hopefully Dukes didn't quite have the boost he needed. This one back in the Warhawk zone. Minute 45 remaining here. Both these teams looking for that go-ahead goal. Where this game, Mallow gonna put themselves one win away from the series and one win away from their first match win of the season. You know the nerves are high right here.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And, you know, we were, oh, what a save by Speed, but is it enough? Oh, Stumpy with the second save, sending it out. And, oh, my goodness, the defense, like you said, Rockerman, showing up, and the Rooks are showing, despite, you know, getting, well, daggum, I didn't even get to say what I wanted to say there. The pressure was just so high by the Warhawks. Great pass there by Plug-In, and Speed just not quick enough, not in the right position, almost there, and the Warhawks take the lead.
Yeah, Speed so close to getting back to that one after a couple of amazing saves in the net there. Just not quite able to knock that one away as Dukes is going to give his team the lead here in game number 3, trying to get a lead in this series for the Rooks. Can they find an answer? This ball popped up in the midfield. Speed Demon gonna find a touch, dropping it down. A nice little touch pass. What an amazing save. Lucky once again with some huge saves in this game as he denies that one away with only 40 seconds remaining. Now on the counter, Dukes taking it down and taking it in.
Oh man, was that a bump there by I think that was that Plug-In? Maybe to Speed?
Oh, I think he got a little bit of him. A little bit.
He
maybe.
may have, but oh man, what a tremendous try either way by Speed and Plug-In there. And oh my goodness, the shots have just started raining down with the Warhawks now. And they brought the shot count back, Rockerman.
They have brought it back indeed. And with 30 seconds remaining, they're looking to give themselves one win away here from win number 1 on the season. Maybe starting that comeback. It's a long season. You do not want to afford to go down 0-6 on the season, so both these teams fighting their hardest. And that is shown on the defensive end for sure. But here come the Rooks trying to find something off the backboard. It's punched out, but no one really able to follow. And this one is gonna roll to the ground. Warhawks gonna let it down, and they are gonna come through and take game number 3, one win away from taking this series.
Oh man, I really did like that all full send there by the Rooks because you're down, you have less than 10, 10, 15 seconds remaining. You need to send everyone. And so, the Rooks were doing so much pressure on offense, roughly the first half of that game, that you didn't see the save counts and the shot counts from the Warhawks until later when they were finally getting the pressure enough because the touches by the Rooks were so good on offense with that pressure, they didn't get close enough for those to count. So for the Warhawks to come back and push as quickly as they did is quite impressive. And if you're Cozy Boy looking at this team now, you got to be happy with the choice you made.
Yeah, I mean, so far it's looking so good, but as we head into game 4 on Forbidden Temple in the Prospect League, Mallow, I mean, who knows what kind of shenanigans these two 0-5 teams can pull out. You never really know what to expect heading to that one. So, I mean, it's going to be a big game number 4. And I mean, the chaos, it could be an all-time high here. The Warhawks can close it out, or the Rooks can send us to game 5.
Yeah, you and I both this season have witnessed the chaos that Forbidden Temple has, both Monday and Wednesday streams. Reverse sweep Monday with the craziness we saw that stream, the 8 o'clock game in the Titan League, and the ones that we saw in the first 2 weeks. Just insane stuff we've seen, and I wouldn't be surprised if we saw some more of that.
I mean, yeah, we even had a 0-second game winner on Forbidden Temple. I mean, that was a one-man wrecking crew taking it down the pitch there to win a game. So we've seen it all already this season. I mean, there is a reason why it's Forbidden Temple. It is forbidden for a reason. We're gonna have to see if the Rooks can send it back. They're trying to find a touch there. Not quite gonna go. A shot to Temple. Lucky. He falls down on it, but a lead comes through with a massive dunk. Top bins sending her home.
Oh my goodness. I thought Lucky managed to save that one completely, and Control just full sent himself into that ball and said, no, I am making sure that ball goes in. And the Rooks are here early in this game 4, up ahead by 1.
They're trying to send us to game 5. We'll see if they can do it here. And that is a massive start. You always, if you're the team down, always good to start out with that early momentum. The Rooks, they have done just that. Looking for more. This ball popped up, an opportunity, but Lucky able to get back. The Rooks just a little bit too slow on that one. Let's plug in now. Taking control. Gonna get it by 1. And what a demo, too. He's still chasing this one, popping it up, but not really gonna get it anywhere quite like he wanted. This one sent back into the Rook zone. Stumpy taking control. This ball popped up. Stumpy gonna get bumped a little bit on it. Looking for a bump of his own, but Lucky to come through on it. Find that touch. Dukes now. Control, sending it up. 50 attempt there, comes through. It's going to be sent back in the Warhawk zone for a moment. Stumpy banging this one towards the net. Lucky is there. Another save comes through. So he was able to get that one off the line. And Lucky Mallow, we've seen so many times. Lucky's been in this last man position, trying to make some clutch saves. The Warhawks, they got to try to turn this defense into offense.
Yeah, absolutely. Lucky reminds me of a certain player in Novice that I've played against plenty of times named Neons, who is great on that defense. And, he's even both. I kind of see him, a little bit in Lucky, where Lucky is really good on offense and Neons does the same thing. But, right now, Lucky and the Warhawks here are pushing, and they need to try and answer fast. Well, not necessarily answer fast, but you would think they would want to try and answer fast here, so that way they could try and either win this game or. Okay.
Oh my God!
What a double!
Lucky.
Oh
he can do defense and he can do offense, Mallow. He just comes through from the heavens. And, we talked about him being a defensive master, but how about that double tap? That was insane.
Oh, that was beautiful. And, that'll get your adrenaline going if you're Warhawks, or at least it would be for me, because that would make me more confident than ever. And to try and close out this series, I would be going for stuff I usually wouldn't go for, to be honest. And, I might be going a little bit quicker. May take the defense off, the other team off their shoes or something. So we'll see what that does. But right now, it's a tie ball game.
It's a tie ball game, and now the pressure is more on the Rooks, I'd say, here, as they're the ones down in the series. Speed Demon, oh my goodness, had to get to that one. Just able to get it off to the side, but a little mistouch from Plugin can allow the Rooks an opportunity to get out. Stumpy gonna try to leave it for a teammate, but no boost. They are all starved on the Rooks there. Combined 30 boost here, and this ball so dangerous, but Elite huge on the defensive end, able to get up to that one. He was the only man with boost, and he was the only man that could make that save, and he did. Able to find that touch, so we're down to a minute 30 remaining. Stumpy sending it down the Rooks, trying to find an answer. This one in midfield, Elite has an opportunity, but couldn't quite put it on target. Stumpy finds one touch plug-in for this one. He's gonna send it down. Elite gonna try to take it around over his backboard, looking for some control there. Gonna get it by one. Gonna 50 a second opportunity. Lucky can't connect. Speed Demon, can he send it down? Dukes is dropping it down. Speed Demon can't get to that one and sent away. And a minute 13 remaining. Mallow, both these teams know what this next goal can mean.
Yeah, absolutely, on both sides. And
no!
Oh my goodness! Wow. Yeah. Wow, that was a crazy hit there at the end. Did someone accidentally hit that, or what? I couldn't tell if that was an accidental tap on the Rooks or what. I couldn't tell. Could you see that?
No, I don't think the Rooks made a touch there on that one. Speed Demon just kind of got faked out a little bit by the miss, and then Lucky came back with the follow-up attempt there. And that is a massive goal as the Warhawks looking to close out this series, looking to find the win they've been chasing this season. The demo comes through. Elite is getting hunted down. Logan gonna find a touch. The Rooks really got to get going here as they find themselves down. Only 30 seconds left. Warhawks looking to take control. Gonna get it around one. Gonna get it around two. Lucky taking it over the top of the last one. Why not? Get the hat trick. Lucky popping off here, trying to close out this win for the Warhawks.
Oh my goodness! What control there by Lucky. Great job, just sending it over Stumpy. I don't think Stumpy expected it to go that high that fast, and just wasn't able to react. And I'm not gonna say it's over, Rocker Man, but there's a good chance it might be.
Yeah, only 19 seconds left. Gonna need a goal with at least time on the clock here for the Rooks. This one popped up, dangerous ball, still floating, still dangerous, but Lucky, the defensive wall is there yet again as the Rooks down to their last breath. This one sent out, and that'll do it here. The Warhawks, they're officially on the scoreboard, Mallow. Win number 1 in the books. Might be a start of something.
It might be. I tell you what, they looked really good out there, Rocker Man. Lucky on the defense and on the offense, right there, just fantastic. Plug in another good pickup there. He was a fresh pickup too, and that team looks a lot more scary now than they most likely were even almost 24 hours ago. I think the pickups happened yesterday, so or maybe earlier today. I think it was yesterday. But anyway, congratulations to the Warhawks for getting their first win. The new people on the Warhawks, and that just shows, here in Nemesis Gaming League, you may start out as a free agent or you may come in late, but you may get picked up and you go to a team like that and you start bringing a team back that potentially might make the playoffs or at least the play-ins.
Oh, most definitely. I mean, it goes to show, this is why we always talk about, people that go undrafted. Don't get discouraged. You can show up here and show out. And I mean, the Warhawks here, even on a team that they haven't had their best performance so far, still able to find that win and to give them something to give the fans something to cheer about there. So big congratulations to them on taking the first win of the season for them. But that is going to do it here for match number 1. We're going to take a short little break here, but when we come back, Mallow, we've got a spicy one in the Challenger League. As again, we mentioned, these are divisional matchups here. Flame versus Snowstorm. What are you thinking about this matchup coming up?
Oh man, Flame versus Snowstorm. I haven't. I don't think I've actually looked at their roster lately, so I don't know if they've made changes. But last time I recall, these two teams, really, really good teams. Panda and Bowser, because you said Snowstorm, right? I just want to make sure I heard you.
Snowstorm versus Flame, yeah.
Yeah, and so Snowstorm with Panda and Bowser, of course, can't forget Afro Demon, and then Dirt, rounding out that roster. But then looking at the Flames, and I see Louis Saka and Alpha and Local on there, and those are two really good teams, at least from what I know. Now, whether or not they've had good records or not, I can't quite recall right now, but looks good. And I got it. I think there's going to be a Dan plan tonight. The smooth buff is just going to be not there.
Yeah, you got the smooth buff versus the Dan plan. It'll definitely be an interesting matchup here. So make sure you guys tune in for that one. After a short break, we're heading into Challenger League divisional matchups here. The fight for the top of that Atlantic division. It's going to be a good one. So make sure you guys stay tuned, and we'll see you guys in a few.
It's a beautiful night. We're looking for something dumb to do. Hey baby, I think I wanna marry you. Well, I know this little chapel on the boulevard we can go. No one will know. Oh, come on, girl. Who cares if we're trash? Got a pocket full of cash we can blow. Shots of Patron, and it's on, girl. Don't say no, 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 no. Just say yeah, 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 yeah. And we'll go, 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 go. If you're ready, like I'm ready. 'Cause it's a beautiful night. We're looking for something dumb to do. Hey baby, I think I wanna marry you. Is it the look in your eyes, or is it this dancing juice? Who cares, baby? I think I wanna marry you. Just say I do. Just say I do. Who cares, baby? I think I wanna marry you. I'll go get a ring, let the choir bells sing like ooh. So what you wanna do? Let's just run, go. And if we wake up and you wanna break up, that's cool. No, I won't blame you. It was fun, girl. Don't say no, 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 no. Just say yeah, 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 yeah. And we'll go, 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 go. If you're ready, like I'm ready. 'Cause it's a beautiful night. We're looking for something dumb to do. Hey baby, I think I wanna marry you. Is it the look in your eyes, or is it this dancing juice? Who cares, baby? I think I wanna marry you. Just say I do. Just say I do. Who cares, baby? I think I wanna marry you.
Left me in this mess, I'm falling. Never know. Can't find a reason why. Couldn't get any closer. Can't find a reason why. Couldn't get any closer. Can't find a reason why. We couldn't get any closer. We couldn't get any closer. We couldn't get any closer.
All right, what is going on, everybody? Welcome back to our second matchup of the night here. We are moving along, kicking things to the Challenger League. Rockerman back in the booth, joined by a newer face to the casting booth, but a long-time Nemesis veteran here. way back in season 1. We got Ventus in the booth. Ventus, how you doing tonight?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. I got my match later tonight. I'm doing this kind of new, but looking to stay on for casting more games. So pretty excited though.
Oh, for sure, for sure. I'm definitely glad to have you here, and we've got a good one here to kick things off in the Challenger League. We've seen a couple Challenger League matchups so far, but this one is very interesting. I'm sure a lot of people recognize a lot of these players. Snowstorm versus Flame, battle of hot and cold here. What can you tell us about these two teams and players?
I know Panda and local Visco Lad have been trash talking pretty much all day in a server that I'm in. So they're super excited. They want all the bragging rights. They know they're gonna be taking this seriously.
Oh, definitely. It should be interesting. You gotta love the rivalries for sure here,
Mm.
and always good to see some Nemesis veterans here going at it on the pitch here. And it looks like we've got these two teams in the lobby here. One quick shout out to Ruben Sandwich, to subscribing with Prime. Much love to Ruben Sandwich. Great name, by the way. Thank you for that. Aventus, I'm gonna throw it to you before we get things going in this one. Who do you got in this one? Is it gonna be Flame with the smooth buff, or is it gonna be Snowstorm and the Dan Plan taking this one?
Uh, I think I gotta go with Snowstorm. I mean, they just recently acquired Panda in a trade. I remember last week. Fort spent a lot of finals, grand finals. He's a well known good player. Bowsy, they've played all three of them together a lot, so I think overall they're a super solid team.
Alrighty, well, we're gonna have to find out here as we're getting things underway here in game number 1 in the Challenger League. We got Flame versus Snowstorm. Flame in the orange here with Alpha, Local, Louis Saka, and then Snowstorm with Afro Demon, Bowsy, and Panda. We're gonna have to see who is gonna get the upper hand here in this divisional matchup. Both teams coming into this one at 3-2, so really trying to make their mark and take this division here as this ball popped up in midfield. Opportunity. We blocked away. Alpha is going to bang this one down off the sidewall. Louis Saka, he's there. Send this one in. The net kind of open. Just got to beat Afro Demon. This one drops down, but the save is going to come through. And the pass attempt, they're going to clear it away. The Snowstorm almost got punished early on. This ball going to be sent away. Louis Saka out of the midfield. Panda going to make a touch there. Louis Saka extending it down. Ball out in the midfield. Off the sidewall. This one could be dangerous. Panda shoot this one towards the backboard. Louis Saka can't find the touch. Fort coming through. He's going to put it in top bins, and Snowstorm is going to strike first.
Yeah, just a great pop by Panda there to back wall. Louis Saka has to try to get that touch, but unfortunately it's just too awkward and it drops perfectly for Fort to come and finish the job. It was a great shot, top bins.
Good shot and great early lead here. Snowstorm is going to take that one. Now looking for some more here as Panda, he's going to pop it up. Ford again, drop this one towards the net, but not quite going to get that one on target. Off the sidewall here. Bowsy up in the air, going to find a flip reset. Going to find the Musty off the backboard, but Louis Saka, he's going to find a touch to get it out. Local, he finds one there. Alpha, connect on this one as he's trying to take it in midfield. Snowstorm challenging back to it. Bowsy dropping down a nice little touch pass there. Throw it in the midfield. Louis Saka is going to find a save. Panda is right back to it. Off the backward. Panda looking for the double tap there with Local. He's going to come back and find the save here. And it's early on here, Ventus, but I feel like, wait a minute, Local. Oh my goodness, he's trying to find the a lot angle, but he can't find it. That one's so close here as these two teams are really finding some close attempts on both sides, Ventus.
Yeah, the Flame is just playing super defensive. They're kind of playing really passive. Like Bowsy, Panda, and Fort are super confident. They're playing super fast and outpacing the other team. They're going for all these crazy mechanical plays. That it looks like Snowstorm pretty confident in their ability to take the win.
Oh, most definitely. And I know playing Snowstorm myself last week, they are definitely very mechanical and try to be as quick as they can. And it seems like so far, chemistry is pretty good. Their follow-ups are pretty good as well. And it is forcing Flame onto the back foot. But still, only a 1-goal lead for them. This nice little flick comes through. Opportunity, dropping it down. Alpha taking this one up off the backboard. Here comes an attempt. Luisaka gonna find it. Great pass, great placement.
Yeah, and Alpha gets the nice little catch pop from the pass from local and gets the beat on Bowsy, leaves it perfectly for Luisaka to follow it up. You know, great play, and it's what you want to see from Flame here, that they're able to answer. You know, like they were looking a little timid early in the game, but if they can keep this up, well, and I say they score another one, but if they can keep up this play and kind of shutting Snowstorm down, they have a great chance of coming back here.
Yeah, that one off the kickoff too, just off the corner, and that is a very quick answer. Down 0-1, it's up 2-1. Flame able to find that one back here. Give themselves the lead. Is this one playing down off the corner though? We popped up Luisaka, find a touch. Panda off the sidewall. Fort is up there. Gonna find one touch, but not as far as he was hoping. Alpha is gonna clear that ball out for a moment. Demo comes through, could open up some space, but Fort not a lot of boost. Maybe able to get it around one. Panda sending it right back in. Gonna throw this one high off the backboard. Alpha gonna bang it down, just Fort back. Fort can challenge this one. This one high off the backboard. No one for Flame up there. Oh my goodness, and a shot attempt there. Almost coming through, but not quite gonna find it on target. This one popped up. Bowsy coming through, gonna put it in. And these two teams, Ventus, I feel like they're just trying for these insane angles.
Yeah, they're trying to play super fast. They're playing really mechanical right now, which is something that's not super common in Challenger. Like, you see the higher league plays going for all these mechanical stuff, but to see it in the Challenger League, I mean, these teams are super confident in their own abilities to hit these crazy shots. It's super great to watch, you know. We see Panda's actually getting a double here as well. I know I just kind of stole your thunder, Rocker Man, but when I see a crazy shot, I kind of have to put input on it. Just great double by Panda.
Oh, most definitely. I mean, by all means, take it away right there. I mean, he was just wasting no time with that one, and the confidence there not to shoot it on the net there, but to go for the double tap just shows you, like you mentioned, the mechanical ability of both these teams here to try to make these plays happen. And this one sent down. Is the net open? Local gonna get back to it, able to pinch it away at the last second, as now it's Snowstorm who have come back with 2 goals of their own. It's a huge demo comes through, but Local is gonna be able to send it off to the corner. These two teams are definitely fighting tooth and nail, trying to find this victory. Snowstorm holding on to the 1-goal lead as this one popped up. Panda send it out for it, trying to find a touch, can't find it. Shot attempt towards the net, double commit from Flame. Bowser trying to come in, but not quite able to put that one onto net there. As Alpha finds a block. This one sent towards the backboard. Ford is there. Oh my goodness, Ford with the shot. What is that angle?
That is a crazy shot by Fort. I mean, it's a great pass by Panda, putting it perfectly for Fort to get a touch. And Fort just finds the angle, sneaks it in. That's a crazy shot. I mean, that just shows how good these teams really are. You know, they're pulling off all these crazy shots on both sides of the ball, too. It's not just Snowstorm, but Flame as well, you know, putting up good shots as well.
That is just insane by Fort there, able to turn that one into the net there. But both these teams have gone for just insane angles on the offensive end, wasting no time here and rolling into game 1 between these two divisional foes. Right now, Snowstorm looking to close it out here. Final 10 seconds, looking to find one more for the road. Fort is going to steal that one away, but that is going to pretty much be the dagger here as Snowstorm finds one more to their tally.
Yeah, I think Flame is just getting caught off guard by all these like crazy plays that Snowstorm seems to be pulling out of their hat right now. It almost seems like Snowstorm is just hard peaking this game. They can do no wrong. You know, every shot they're taking seems to be going in the net here.
Yeah, it has, and it's going to lead them here to a game 1 victory. The score remains at 5-2, so trying to send it down for one more. This one into the corner. Flame trying to keep it up, and you know, why not one more there? Let it drop in. Howsy gonna put it in. So a 6-2 goal margin for them in game 1, but definitely an all-out performance from them. Like you said, seemed like they could really do no wrong in that game, leading to this game 1 victory. And now as we, you know, take in this game number 1 and look to game 2, I mean, the shot department of Ventus, that's the first number that catches my eye right there.
Yeah. 16 shots to 7 shots. The huge difference in those. You see Snowstorm really mounting that pressure a lot of the game, going for these aggressive plays, high mechanical. It almost seems if you're Flame, you might want to play into that. Try to play more defensively. Look for the mistakes when they come because there's no way that Snowstorm's going to be able to put up those kind of shots every single game. If they're able to just like counter and catch them out on their rotations, they're overcommitting some. They just haven't been punished yet. If Flame can really do that, I mean, I think they can turn this around. But the way Snowstorm is playing, it's going to be tough.
Yeah, no, I would definitely agree with you on that one. And we'll see if they go off for that defensive route here, or if they try to turn up some offense of their own. I know in the first match we saw a lot of offense between the Warhawks and the Rooks, and then game number 2, it went very quiet, went to a lot of defense. So we're gonna have to see how Flame is gonna be able to respond here, or if Snowstorm they can just keep it going, keep rolling. In the game number 2 here on Urban Central, this ball popped up. Alpha going to take it off to the corner. Local off the corner as well, trying to send that one middle, but how's he able to get to that one? But a double commit from Snowstorm could lead to something if Flame is quick to answer. This one dropped down. Louis Saka is just hunting for Panda, but Panda able to get around it just in time, able to send it down. That one opportunity not quite going to go. Being blocked off here, off the corner. This ball in the midfield, dangerous, but going to be sent out as Local. Going to clear down in the Snowstorm end. Going to follow this one off the ceiling. And double commit. The net is open there. Maybe even been a triple commit as Local just slides it in, and Flame are going to strike first.
Yeah, we see a lapse in judgment with Snowstorm, all going for the ball there, not really communicating that well, leaves the net completely open. But they've started to play a lot more into making them make mistakes. Flame's been playing pretty well now. You see that they're kind of looking for them to overcommit, for like making them double commit, rushing back on defense. It's a lot what I want to see out of Flame here, which is really good to see.
It's good they could find that answer here in game number 1, and like you said, Snowstorm definitely beatable here. They have been overcommitting quite a bit, so if you can capitalize on those overcommits, you can have a big chance here. It's Fort barely able to get back to that one. Send it off to the side. Panda taking this one up. Louis Saka able to shut him down for the moment. Bowsy finds a touch. This one. Shout out to midfield Fort looking for Panda, but Local, he's going to cut it off, send it towards the net. Almost found the dunk on that one. This one still hanging around. Snowstorm going to send it out. Panda towards the backboard. Got to race to that one. Good save, Local. Able to get back to that one. It's going to be blocked off. Panda now taking control. 50 in midfield. Louis Saka finds one. Ball still hanging around in the midfield. Alpha going to get up to that one, but blocked away. So now in the midfield, shot down. Alpha now down in the midfield, trying to get to this one. Demo attempt is going to be denied away for it. On the defensive end is going to save it. But again, it looks like Flame, they're starting to pull off that cherry pick style as well, I think, Ventus.
Yeah, I've also liked how Louis Saka has gone for a lot more demos and bumps this game, trying to throw off their Snowstorm's rotation, trying to make them go out of their way to avoid the bumps and demos, and trying to create more goal scoring opportunities that way. I think it's a super smart play by Louis Saka here, and we see it again right there with Alpha. If they can start to get these demos and bumps and start turning those into goals, Flame can become a really dangerous team.
I would totally agree there. You see those demos, you see those bumps, trying to work them out here as Snowstorm gonna dive in. And so far, Flame able to lead those demos and bumps to an advantage in game number 2, trying to tie the series up. Snowstorm taking this one up there. Look reset maybe underneath, gonna try to pinch that one. Not quite able to put it on target that time. This ball blocked. Panda is hunting Alpha. This one off the backboard. Opportunity here. Gonna be dropped up. Here comes Panda looking for it again. Dropping down. Here comes the follow attempt. It's gonna go through. Bowsy sends it in, and Snowstorm just so quick. It seems Ventus to every single ball.
Yeah, I mean, you see Panda's already up for that ball way before Louis Saka. He just got such a good read on it. He's just able to drop it down perfectly for Bowsy. Bowsy beats out Alpha there. Super fast play. This is when their aggressive play style works, Flame's been holding them off for a lot of this game, but when Flame shows those cracks on defense, Snowstorm needs to be able to capitalize, and they need to keep doing like they just did, scoring those shots.
Big shot there to give them a tied ball game. Now Flame once again on the back foot. What can they do to try to find something? Will Snowstorm take a commanding 2-0 series lead? This one popped up. Luisaka can't find the touch. Panda keeping control in the corner for the moment. He's going to back out of there. It's all Snowstorm there on the right side of the pitch. Demo, bump. The finish comes through. The tables have turned there. It's Snowstorm finding the bumps and demos.
Yeah, I was talking about earlier how Luisaka was looking for these demos and bumps, and I really liked that idea. And Fort almost seems like he was watching the stream. You know, he took it into his own hands, and he was like, "Oh, you you liked those demos and bumps? How about these?" And gives them a free goal there, puts them up 2-1.
Yeah, that was a crazy good play by Fort. He has been a force in the Challenger League for the past couple seasons, and you can see why right there with that play, setting up Bowser, defending champion from last season. It's now Snowstorm retakes the lead with a minute remaining. Flame gotta try to find a way to get an answer. This ball popped up, sent down Panda, looking to chase this one, allow Luisaka to hit it to him. This one thrown off the corner, dropping down. Can be sent out. Luisaka banging this one down. Flame trying to counterattack. Ford able to get that one away. As they're sending that one out. Lusty coming through. Panda towards the backboard. Gonna find a 50, but local. Good defense there. Not to let Panda get what he wanted there as Storm picking up here. 30 seconds remaining. Flame really gotta get on the attack here. They're gonna want a chance. 20 seconds now. Fort gonna send it down and blocked up local. Local up once more, trying to get to him. Bowsy all on top of that one, able to send it away. This ball out in the midfield. Dangerous. Panda off the corner. The ball's still floating, but no one from Snowstorm was there. They were backing on defense. Can Flame find the last second off the backboard? The ball is there again off the top there. Trying to find it, Luisaka, but he's denied away. Flame send that one to the corner, and Snowstorm actually going to keep this one up there, and finally it's going to hit the ground. Tried to get one more, but these guys are playing so aggressive. Snowstorm going to take the 2-0 series lead.
Yeah, you really wish that Local would have been able to score that ball there to send it to OT. It would have been a completely different game. Unfortunately, you just could not find that angle there, but this game looked a lot more competitive than last game. I think that Flame did a lot better on, finding the over rotations and kind of using those counterattacks. And I mean, you see it there. The shots are more even this game. Obviously, Snowstorm still had a little more pressure, 10-6, but I mean, Flame had 4 demos there. Flame overall looked a little bit better. So hopefully it's turning out to be a pretty good match.
Yeah, I mean, we're gonna have to see heading into game 3. I think Panda there, he had the last shot didn't register on our scoreboard, but he had 8 shots there. That is more than the entire Flame team combined there. So when they're putting shots out like that, it's going to be very tough to stop Snowstorm. But Ventus, as we head into this third game here, what do you need to see from Flame? How are they going to break through? Win this next game and make this a competitive series?
I think I need to see a little more out of Alpha. I thought that Luisaka would kind of be the worst on the team in terms of like skill wise, just because I know how good Alpha and Local can be. But I think Alpha really needs to step it up. He's kind of been like very quiet so far this series. Luisaka's been really good with finding those demos and kind of opening up play, but if Alpha can get in sync with the rest of the team and can start getting these beats on the aggressive Snowstorm team, I think his presence can turn the series around.
Most definitely, this team is going to need him to step up if they're going to want a chance, and an opportunity right here for him to do just that. He puts it in, call his name, and he shall appear.
Yeah, it is a good shot by Local, forcing the double commit out on backboard. Alpha's there for the good follow-up, but it seemed like there was a misrotation. Both Fort and Bowsy were in the corner grabbing boost. So you wonder if there's like miscommunication between the team. And Luisaka's gonna score another one just to kick off the kickoff.
Yeah, right off the rip there. Alpha with a good kickoff, and Luisaka is right there, able to send it in. And yeah, Snowstorm quickly caught off guard. Only a little bit over 30 seconds in, and now they find themselves down 2-0. So Flame definitely with a great start here. As this one sent towards the net, but Fort able to clear it out for the moment. Off the sidewall, Bowsy trying to find another touch. Can't find it, but here comes Fort right away with the answer. It's Snowstorm. They will not go quietly.
Yeah, and Bowsy gets a good beat on Luisaka, who got his boost stolen, and and Fort. I keep saying Fort. I don't know, Afro Demon Fort, whatever.
Either
It's
way.
the same player. Fort's able to follow it up, puts a good shot on, and the aggressive play from Snowstorm strikes again. I mean, they've been this way all game or all series now, finding these opportunities, getting these beats on Flame. You know, the aggressiveness seems to be working for them. I hope that they're able to continue just being super aggressive.
You know, it's been big for them. You know, not just this series, but this season. You know, like I said, playing against these guys, they are very aggressive and they are very in touch with each other as they're gonna find one right there. A good answer back. Panda gonna snipe it in the bottom right.
It's a good pass by Fort out middle. Panda with a great placement of a shot. He sees how Local's jumping off that back wall, knows that he's not going to be able to get to it, puts it in that bottom right corner. Perfect shot placement, a great pass by Fort, and another aggressive play that Snowstorm was able to capitalize and tie the game up.
Yeah, the quick tie-up too. Just when you thought Flame might have a chance to take a game in this series, Snowstorm finds the answer back there with that one. Now it's Flame. How do they respond? They respond in kind. Maybe find 2 goals of their own here. They get that 2-goal lead back. Alpha, he finds one touch, looking for another. That one gonna come through. Local, off the sidewall, looking to get out to this one, but Bowsy punch it off to the corner. This one blocked by Panda. Panda looking to give chase. Local taking his time there. Gonna try to get it by 1. Gonna look to take control. That one pushed out for a moment. Snowstorm holding on to that line there. Finally, Alpha's gonna get it past the defense. Panda racing back. Bowser gonna find a touch, but that one, the cost of his life here. It's an opportunity for Flame. Shot towards the net, but that looked good from Snowstorm. Able to clear it away. There's a huge pinch coming through. Gonna be sent down, but only so far. This one shot towards net. Luisaka. Oh my goodness! At the last second, he makes the touch, able to save it away and keep the game tied at 2.
Yeah, it was a great save by Luisaka. We saw a slight mistouch by Alpha there, you know, kind of putting it out mid for a free ball for Snowstorm, and Luisaka is able to essentially pre-jump the spot where he thinks it's gonna go and went perfectly into his car. He got a nice save and was able to relieve that pressure from Snowstorm's aggressive attack.
And now with 2 minutes remaining, Flame once again still find themselves down. Panda, oh my goodness, almost waited a split second too long there as that one fires off his corner. Bowsy gonna take it out. Alpha off the corner, looking for a bump there. This one shot just a little bit wide. Flame trying to turn it back. This ball popped up. Here comes Luisaka off the top of the backboard. Snowstorm starved out a boost, but they're gonna be able to find a clear for the moment. This one off the sidewall can be blocked by Panda. Off to the corner. Fort find that touch. He's banging it down. How's he thought about it? Try to challenge again a second time. Local, he's there. Able to find one. Finds a second. Looking for a third. And Alpha gonna collide for a second there. Alpha gonna fake it out. Gonna get it around 1, but can't quite get it around the second. This one still popped up. Flame trying to avoid the sweep here, as this is a pass coming down. But Local, good chance to cut that one off there. He does. And Ventus with a minute remaining here. These two teams trying to find this next opportunity. Could result in a sweep, or it could result in us moving to game 4.
Yeah, I really think that Flame's got to start like making these shots. We've seen them have a couple of these shot opportunities, but they've just not been able to find the net. We see a great save there, but overall they've missed a couple of shots. I've seen a couple crossbars from Flame, and if they score those 2 goals there, it's like they're in the lead and trying to start that reverse sweep.
Yeah, but instead it's Panda coming through over Luisaka. It's just that speed from Snowstorm to every ball there. They're just so fast and able to get that one in, and now it might be lights out for Flame here. Might be getting snuffed. Down to 30 seconds remaining. Can they find an answer? Can they bring it back and try to force at least an overtime? This ball back in their zone. Bowsy taking control, trying to drop it down. This one can be sent out, but Fort, he was waiting in the midfield, just waiting for that clear there. They're wasting precious time off the clock here. As 50 comes through. Big demo. Panda gonna steal some more boost from Flame. Shot towards the net. Gonna be saved away. Louis Saka. He's looking for it. It's off the corner. Ford is gonna deny it. Alpha. He's gonna find a catch. Trying to take it up. It's just Bowsy. Can he put it in? He's gonna do it with 1 second on the clock there. He puts it in.
I talked about Alpha showing up big. He does just that. Gets the air dribble over one. Gets the double on top of Bowsy to tie up the game with 1 second left. That's pretty clutch, Rocker Man.
I mean, yeah, you wanted him to step up, and I think that's as clutch as it gets right there. Theory's on the line there. You need a goal. You find it, and now you've sent it to overtime. What a massive goal right there, and now can Flame start the reverse sweep? Or will Snowstorm be able to survive and finish this series right here? This ball into their corner. Snowstorm once again off the corner. Here comes Ford off the backboard now. Opportunity for a huge counter. Snowstorm, they may have been caught out there. The net was open, but couldn't quite put it on target there. That one, it's a big opportunity to catch Snowstorm out. Is they're double committing again here. This one is sent to their backboard. Bowsy, going to find a touch. Gonna get it by 1 there. Almost over to Alpha. Gonna turn around for this one, but Snowstorm again. Maybe starting to panic a little bit here. This one's sent down, just local there. Panda gonna find a touch. Panda again off the backboard. Could be dangerous, but it's gonna be sent off. This one, a big miss. Alpha gonna shoot it towards the net. Panda can't get back to it. Alpha puts it in. And my goodness, have yourself a game, kid. He ends this one in OT.
I mean, I talked about Alpha needing to show up big time. He's done just that. He's played really well. 3 goals this game, I believe, for him. That's a great game out of Alpha. We see. I also saw Snowstorm overcommitted there again. Fort wasn't able to get the touch, and Bowsy overcommitted for that boost, trying to think that Fort was really going to get that touch.
Yeah, just
really rough.
Yeah, that touch, he was expecting it, and Snowstorm, they've been solid on their touches all series long, but just that one was not meant to be. And I mean, that 0-second goal, it rains big here as we're going to be heading to Forbidden Temple here. And now, Ventus, you have to wonder, after Flame just kind of brought it back there at the very end, they've surely got to have the momentum here heading into game number 4, correct?
Yeah, I think they've taken a lot of confidence away from this Snowstorm team. I mean, we can see they aren't trying to go for these super mechanical plays nearly as much anymore. They're kind of reverting back to what we normally thought they would play as, not necessarily unaggressive or timid, but they aren't playing super aggressive nearly as much anymore. And I think that's playing a part in Flame's comeback. They're starting to get some of these beats more. They're not overcommitting, like it. I say that, and Snowstorm proves me wrong. But I think overall they're just not nearly as aggressive as they have been in the games 1 and 2.
Yeah, and that's gonna happen. There's Snowstorm gonna find the attack. Local just kind of caught in no man's land there with the ball coming quick off the backboard. Not much you can do with it. And well, if you're Snowstorm here or a Snowstorm fan, you like to see that. That is a great way to find the answer. And how about an answer right there with a dunk on top of your head there. Local coming back.
Yeah, we see Bowsy leaving it for Fort. Little miscommunication there, it seems, and Fort trying to put it back to his own corner, trying to keep it safe, and Local just pre-jump dunks him, and it goes in. Great play by Local there to tie it back up.
It was just a huge answer right there from Local, and Flame right now with their backs against the wall. It seems like they just have the answers. You saw Alpha with that 1 second goal there, and then you saw Local with a quick answer here. Now on a 1-2 in the series, trying to force that game 5, trying to send us to Champions Field. This ball in the corner, Flame. Local gonna take control, seeing Bowsy on the wall, gonna flick it by him. This one sent down the midfield. Demo came through. Huge opportunity here. Just gotta get a powerful shot on net, but not quite able to make that touch as Local this time. Still in Snowstorm's corner. Bowsy gonna find one touch, popping it up. Here comes Louis Saka with a touch there. Off the wall now, ball in the midfield. 50 coming through. Ball gonna drop down. Panda, nobody's to work with. He's able to get it away for a moment. This one fired back in. Ford is gonna find a touch. As Bowsy looking to turn on this one. A demo comes through. Bowsy is gonna be hunted for more there. Watch out in the net. Alpha gonna have to go in and out to make that touch, to make that save. So once again, send to the corner. Snowstorm popping out. Luisaka a little bit too close. Flame gonna be forced to rotate back. Alpha on a touch, trying to bang it out. Local out there. Sniping in the midfield. He's gonna get it over the top. Local cherry picking. He sends her home.
What a shot. I mean, I talked about Snowstorm being super mechanical, but Local pulling that out of his hat. He said, I could be mechanical too. Great redirect there. They're up 2-1 now, and it looks like they've kind of heated up the room. You know, it's all flame from here right now.
Yeah, no, they are most definitely heating up here as they have found themselves in the lead here, trying to send us to game 5. This one in the midfield, a big mistouch with a big demo comes through, but it doesn't matter as Local puts it in. Another goal, finding the back of the net. Local, he wants to send his team to 5.
He already has a hat trick. We see Fort kind of waiting. He's kind of awkward there. Panda can't get to it. Bowsy going for a squishy save, but just not in time. A great shot by Local, realizing that they weren't in a position to really go for that ball there.
A huge shot right there, giving his team the lead with a little bit of time remaining. Well, I guess we have a little bit more time, about halfway through, but time does go by quick in these series. As Bowsy dropping this one down. Not quite gonna find its way on target this time. Local carrying it. He's sent back up. Panda off to the corner. Luisaka can't find that touch. Alpha, he's gonna clear it out. Bowsy on the back foot. He's gonna find a touch. Popping this one up high. Ford, he's gonna send it down. Beating the defense. It's just Local back here. Gotta do something here, but Snowstorm couldn't quite get the pass they were looking for. This Panda now has a flip to work with, sending it down towards the net there. And he pinched out by Flame. They're able to send it out as the bumps coming through. Snowstorm finding some there. Find this one, a shot towards the net, perfectly placed. Panda right down the middle there, splitting the defense.
Great 50 by Bowsy. Ball pops perfectly for Panda. Panda puts a good shot around Luisaka, and the Local can't get back in time. But overall, Snowstorm this game have not been impressive. I mean, they haven't really played off of each other. They've been super hesitant to really go for any ball that should be a win, like a pass out middle, and they're hesitating. They're not being as aggressive as they were in the first 2 games, so they're not getting nearly as many opportunities as they were in the past.
Yeah, no, I was gonna say something about that too. It just seems like Snowstorm, they are not connected like they were. I mean, we saw the confidence in games 1 and game 2 where they were on Flames backcourt 24/7, and right now we don't see any of that. We just see a little bit of hesitancy, a little bit of slow pace here. They find themselves down, but seen them come back from down 2 goals in the last game. Can they do it here? This ball is up. Gonna find a touch here. A minute remaining. Flame trying to pull off this reverse sweep, trying to send us to 5. Luisaka is there, cutting this one off. Panda on the touch. How's he sending out Panda now off the backboard? Which comes through Alpha, banging it down. Wasting a lot of that time off, forcing Bowsy into the corner. There's under a minute remaining. Bowsy now over the top of 1 forward. Gonna send this one down in the corner. Alpha can't quite connect, but Local, he was ready for it. This one towards the net, gotta make the touch. Alpha does. Local can be erased for his efforts there. But the time ticking away here. Snowstorm, and they send it to 5. This ball dropping down. Panda gonna pop this one up. Local, he's gonna find the stop in the midfield. Bowsy, he's up there. A lot of boost to work with. Flame, so aggressive here in the final 30 seconds. Can they hold it off? This ball into the corner. Luisaka trying to drop it down. It's in the midfield. Local's gonna put it in. He's got a 4-piece, and he might have just sent us to game number 5.
Yeah, we see Alpha was able to perfectly cut off that pass from Fort to Bowsy, and kind of made them caught them unready to defend. You know, when somebody cuts off that infield pass, you're really playing off of that pass to work, and when it gets cut off like that, you're not able to recover super quickly. And it was a perfect play. Luisaka got a good pass out, and Local just finished the job. You know, he had 4 goals on his name today. That was a great save as well by Local. He's been playing lights out these last 2 games.
Yeah, I mean, Local, that was just a massive save. 4 goals, a big save. Not even gonna let Snowstorm get the chance here. And at one point, they were down to their final second, and now they are 1 game away from pulling off this reverse sweep here. Ventus And what a highlight that would be here in this match if we can pull this one off. I mean, the tables have just, it seems like they have completely flipped from what we saw in the games 1 and game 2. And I mean, Flame was down at their last second.
Yeah, I mean, local had a great game. I mean, we even see the shots. We were talking about game 1. Snowstorm outshot them 16-7. This game, Flame is outshooting them 7-4. We see a massive change in play style from Snowstorm. They've got to be panicking right now. They aren't able to play aggressive. They aren't able to play how they want to. Flame has completely thrown them for a loop, and they are not prepared right now.
Yeah, they are most definitely a little bit nervous. The reverse sweep, it always looms in the back of your mind here when you're a team that goes down. Can they bring it back? That is the question. Can they bring the mental back? Because right now, the momentum is in Flame's favor. But, you know, Ventus, when you get to a game 5 here, I mean, there's a reason why reverse sweeps don't happen too much. This is going to be the hardest game for Flame to try to close it out.
Yeah, and I'm hoping to hear a good game from Fort here. I mean, he's been to all these grand finals. He's a reigning champion, I believe. So he's got to come up big for Snowstorm this game if Snowstorm wants to win and stop the reverse sweep from happening.
They got to get back to their aggressive ways. That was the key for them in games 1 and 2. And now Flame going to try to battle it back after that heroic 0-second goal by Alpha in game 3 to tie it up and send it to OT. And they close it back. Can they bring it all the way? An important divisional matchup here between the two teams, both 3-2, trying to take that divisional lead. They've definitely given us a thriller as Bowsy is up trying to send it in, but instead we shot back. Alpha now giving chase to this one for it. He's gonna find a touch, but demoed for his efforts. Local gonna send this one down. Gonna take it underneath one, trying to find a second one, but Fort just in there in time to get that one away. This ball, give it off to the corner. Bowser gonna get up this one. This one's flying in. Alpha gonna make a touch. Snowstorm forced to retreat for a moment. Alpha gonna beat Fort to this one. He's able to send it in. This ball pinched across the midfield, but not quite gonna go. But a minute in, we're still seeing that Ventus. It seems like Flame has just found the speed, and Snowstorm hasn't been able to keep up the pace now.
Yeah, I mean, Alpha's really turned it up. Local found a new gear. I mean, this Flame team looks completely different than game 1 and 2. They look super timid. They look super slow, super defensive, and it's almost the opposite. We see Snowstorm really being timid, playing a lot of defense, not really making these aggressive challenges and cherry picking, and the roles are just completely reversed. Flame looks completely dominant over this game so far.
Yeah, about 2 minutes in. Still though, despite their pressure, despite their aggression, we still have a 0-0 ball game. Little touch pass down. Panda firing this one towards the backboard. Local with patience not to jump for that one until it was time. As Fort can take a little bit of control. Bowsy, he's there. He's hunting for Local. Local off the backboard there. Bumped out of the way. The Snowstorm trying to get back to those ways. We saw it work for them a lot in games 1 and game 2, finding those bumps. This one cleared out. Panda now sending it towards the backboard. Attempt there. Bowsy trying to shut it down. Fort, he's there, dropping this one in the midfield, but no one from Snowstorm quite ready. Panda, on a touch, taking this one up the side here. Panda, flip reset. What does he have? The Musty trying to make it happen there. This one, oh, dangerous ball. Flame can't quite connect, but it's going to be sent off to the side anyways. So we're about halfway through this game. Both these teams held scoreless, but there have been a couple of decent opportunities here, Ventus. Just no one is quite quick enough to the challenge to find it in the back of the net.
Yeah, I don't think either team really wants to make that first mistake of overcommitting. They're playing super passive, especially when they're attacking. I mean, I've seen a couple passes from Fort going out middle, and there's been no follow-up. They just don't want to commit that extra man on the attack. They really want to make sure that they just aren't conceding.
Both these teams understanding the importance of this game 5. Snowstorm trying to avoid the reverse sweep, and Flame trying to be the ones to do it to them and get this big divisional win to end week 3. This ball sent back, a minute and a half remaining. Snowstorm firing this one up. A miss comes through. It's off the backboard though. Dangerous ball. Fort, he's going to take it underneath. A big goal there for Snowstorm to give him the lead.
A great pass by Panda. Luis Saka is super awkward and has no boost, and Fort puts a good shot on net. I talked about Fort needing to step up in this game 5 and show that presence. He's been doing that so far with that goal. Snowstorm, even though they haven't looked good, are up, and that's what matters.
That's all that matters here in Game 5 is they've got that lead on the scoreboard. But can they hold on to it here? Can they hold on to it with a minute 10 remaining? Or does Flame have some more magic? This one sent out off the backboard. It's a dangerous ball with Ford. He's able to get a touch. Bowsy, he's up for it. He can't connect though. There's now Ford. He's sending it down. Alpha, not a lot of boost, but he's able to get it away. So we're under a minute remaining here. Flame, gonna need something. Gonna need some magic to happen here. They send this one up looking for the bump. Snowstorm able to keep it back, looking aggressive. Here comes Ford, looking for the shot, but Luis Saka, he's there in time to deny it away. This ball is up, a demo comes through. This ball still punched back into Snowstorm zone. It could be dangerous. The ball is popping up. It's a dangerous ball. Local's trying to get to it, but he can't quite put it on target. That was a close opportunity, trying to drop this one out. Alpha, he's going to be bumped by Bowsy. The situational awareness to knock the shooter out of the way would have just sealed the game, but Flame is still in their zone. Not a lot of boost. Snowstorm is starved right now. No boost for any of them on the pitch here as Flame in the final seconds. Do they have another 0-second magic in them? This one blocked off to the side. Still around off the backboard. Panda, he's going to find a touch. This ball is up. Luis Saka, he sent it to the backboard. But Flame can't quite get to that one. And they do it once more. The ball is up, but the ball not going to quite hit the ground there. It's heading back, though, the wrong way towards the net. And that is going to do it. Snowstorm survived the reverse sweep attempt in a Game 5 thriller.
Wow, Snowstorm played perfect defense there. Did not concede even with that low boost. They were able to make all of the saves and were able to get that clear out. What a great series. This is exactly what I had in mind when looking at these two teams. I'm so glad they did not disappoint.
Wow, they definitely did not disappoint. I mean, it almost doesn't get much better than that. It's 0-second to reverse sweep attempt, but Snowstorm, they didn't let it happen. They stood strong in the pocket there, and they were able to make it happen there. So what a win by them there to take that one, and big congratulations to them on this victory here. And man, what a thriller. What a thriller for sure. Snowstorm gonna take the victory here. And we are going to continue on. A big shout out to Ventus for joining me back in the booth, and thanks everyone so far for tuning in. But that is going to wrap it up for our match number 2 here. Snowstorm with the big victory. Up next, though, we're actually going to stay right in the Challenger League because we've got another good one. We have the Assassins taking on Venom. So make sure you guys stick around. It is going to be another good one. Stay tuned, and we'll see you guys in a few.
Walking on the moon.
One moment to escape. You're walking on the moon. Never been. All our trouble seems to fade away. This is how I feel when you take me to some levels that I've never been. All our trouble seems to fade away. When we dance away. I never been.
How did I get lost in my own orbit, revolving around the planet that no one else can find? I'm waiting for signals on my screen when the signs that I'm receiving are all delayed in time. All I wanted was
What is going on, everybody? We are back, catching our breath after that last thriller of a matchup in the Challenger League. We are going to be throwing it back once more, right into the same league with Assassins versus Venom. I'm Rockerman, back in the booth, joined by a newcomer to the booth here. Glad to have you here, Aiko. How are you doing tonight?
I'm doing good, Rockerman. Ready for this match between Venom and Assassins. Both another division game, if I remember that correctly. Yeah, another division game. Ready to get these teams on the pitch, ready to see what they're here to bring us tonight.
Yeah, no, it's another divisional matchup, and it's going to be another good one. These division matches are always kind of spicy here, and both these teams are looking poised to find another divisional win. We just about got them in the lobby, running a little behind, so I'm gonna quickly throw it to you. Do you got a prediction or anything you're really looking out for in this matchup here?
I don't necessarily have a prediction. I do think we are gonna go. I do believe it will be another Game 5. Meanwhile, both of these teams' records may be a little different, but when it comes down to these divisional matches, anything's able to happen. Either one of these teams could come out on top.
Yeah,
You
no.
just have to wait to find out who.
I guess we're gonna have to see. Last chance to get your predictions here, folks, as we got the players joined up in the lobby here. Assassins versus Venom, another Challenger League spicy matchup here, and both teams are taking the pitch. Assassins gonna be rocking the yellow tonight here with Bullet, Moxon, and Luma, and then Venom, the defending champions, in the home red here with Starfy, Yukio, and Mirali. We're gonna have to see who is gonna come up big, as this one already fired towards the net here. Trying to find a shot. Again, the Assassins are attacking early. That one not quite gonna go, and it's gonna be saved away. Venom able to hold down on the defensive end, but hold up a minute. Assassins aren't done yet. Moxon coming through. Gonna slide it through the defense to kick things off in game 1.
Moxon able to turn off the corner, getting the dribble and the dong past Starfy. Sorry, Yukio trying to follow it up, but not able to get a touch. Assassin strike first.
Big goal for the Assassins. Definitely the underdogs in this one, as the channel point predictions are closing up there. Assassins, 24,000 for the Assassins, 195,000 for Venom. So definitely Assassins are the underdog here in this one. But Moxon looking to start things out strong. He does just that. Bullet coming through, and Moxon once more, but denied on the defensive end. It's merely is taken up. Gonna find it over the top of one. Bullet in the midfield. Starfy. They get to that one. Good cut off there. Luma coming back. This one pinched up, and the Assassins got some new additions here recently. And you know, Aiko, it's early on in the season here, so some changes are bound to happen. But what do you make of these changes? The Assassins, obviously it's early in game 1, but they definitely made a couple of roster changes to start the season off.
You know, roster moves can either go one of two ways. They can either work really well, or they can not work well, and, well, as they're getting another offense attack here. But this one, it's hard to tell this early.
Yeah, it is still early on with these roster changes, but so far, Venom hasn't really been able to answer them. As this one shot towards the net, but not quite going to go on target. Big shot from Moxon. Couldn't quite find it as Luma is coming through. Really couldn't quite find the touch he was looking for. This one into the corner. Bullet dropping this one down. That one throwing off the backboard follow-up attempt. Luma is coming in, but so far the Assassins, a lot of pressure coming their way. Merely to find a flip reset, but this one cut off by Bullet. Luma off the corner. This ball popping up high. Dangerous ball. Merely trying to get to it. He finds a touch. This one's still dangerous there. Double commit comes through as the Assassins continue on the offensive pressure. This one down the midfield. Moxon is going to find a one touch, but going to let Merely get up here. Not a lot of boost, but able to get it out for the moment. Still hanging around. Luma bringing it down to the corner. Ball popped up, dropped in the midfield. Moxon is coming through, but denied away. Starfy able to get it there just in time. Able to knock that one away. Luma now sending it back, shooting it towards net. Yukio gonna find a touch, able to get to the corner. And dropping down, Starfire taking control, gonna flick it by one. Moxon finds a touch, but Luma couldn't quite get the follow. Assassin still able to get that one out. They're holding on to this 1-goal lead, but this ball dangerous, floating in front of their net here. Not quite gonna go. And about a minute 50 in here onto this one, Aiko, and the Assassins just still holding on to this 1-0 lead.
Yeah, Assassins, they're finding this pressure on both sides of the field, preventing Venom from getting many shots. But even then, on the times that Venom gets onto the yellow side of the field, it seems that their shots just aren't finding anywhere close to the target.
There hasn't been too many quality opportunities. I think you're exactly right. That's the big thing. You need to find quality opportunities like this one is Moxon. He is going to come through with the second goal of the game.
Exactly, doing just that. Bullet getting a nice dribble. Moxon able to get it right just past off. Not able to make the right read.
It's going to give them this 2-0 lead here into this game number 1 as Assassins looking to start things out early and see if they can take this game 1 victory with a little bit of pressure on the opponents. This one popped up. Venom now trying to make something happen here as this ball pushed into the corner. Trying to take this one out merely. He's going to find the block, but only able to push it so far as the side. Once again, Venom trying to escape their own zone. Stuck back in their half, but not quite going to go. Bullet headed towards the net. Starfire taking control. This one dropping down. Luma coming through off the corner. Yukio is going to find a touch out there. This one bang down. Opportunity almost fired into their own net with 30 seconds remaining. Able to get it out just in time. This ball, once again, Bullet dropping it in. Not going to find that one though, but the seconds preciously ticking away here from Venom in game number 1. The Assassins looking to hold on and close things out. Bullet is taking it down, sending it away as we're down to the final 10. Venom need to strike with time on the clock, but Assassins not going to let that happen here, because they're going to be happy to run this timeout and spike it to the ground. And there you have it, a game 1 victory here coming through, Aiko. Assassins kind of surprising a little bit to get this game 1 victory.
Yeah, I mean, I guess the roster changes, they seem to have been working so far for this first game. Roster changes seem to be the biggest thing that I feel like gets people confused, because you have these teams, they don't start off well in the beginning of the season. Then they make the roster change, and all of a sudden they're able to just perform so much better.
Most definitely, and we're seeing that. I mean, Bull and Luma, they didn't go super crazy. There's a lot of Moxon involved in this one, but regardless, I mean, a great performance for them, out shooting Venom 13-2. So they were just putting in some absolute work. Bullet and Luma both either tying or out shooting the Venom by themselves. So I mean, both these players looking big for the Assassins, and that's a big game 2 victory. So as we move on into this second game here, we're gonna have to see if Venom can find an answer back, as we're gonna get right into the kickoff here. Game number 2, Yukio versus Luma. Really, it's gonna get that one. Gonna find the boost. Very mechanical player, trying to take it down. Gonna find a 50. Double commit came through from the Assassins, allowing Starfire to take an opportunity, but put it around the defender there as Bullet. Gonna find a touch. This one dropped in the corner merely. Gonna bang this one out in the corner. Moxon gonna try to give some chase to it. So they're able to send it down. Starfire, not the touch he was quite looking for. Yukio gonna bang it out. There is a big miss comes through. That ball is just gonna find its way somehow into the net. Yukio gets the goal.
Yukio just trying to send that one downfield to get it clear, it looks like. Wanting to relieve pressure from his team. Neither one of the defenders and Assassins were able to get a touch on it. Venom getting the first goal.
Yeah, and that's the first goal we've seen from them, and it happens like that. And, you know, unfortunate event for the Assassins, but Venom, they're going to be happy to take that one. For those who are just like, hey, you know what, we'll take it. We'll take that one, and Venom happy to get that one on the board. Give themselves the lead here. So looking to battle back from Devastate. This one off the back for Luma. Find a double tap, but can't quite find it in the back of the net. This one out in the midfield, Yukio. Popping this one up. No one from Venom. Ready to get to this one. To the corner, Starfire. And clear it out momentarily. Moxon going up for this one. Doesn't quite get the touch. Bullet. He's up for this one. Trying to get in the midfield. Gonna find a 50 through. Moxon taking control. Sending it towards the net. This one out of the midfield. Luma. Off the corner. Luma once again. Gonna find another touch. Trying to stay with it here. This one popped up now. Moxon though. He's gonna win to that one. Yukio gotta make a touch. He does. Able to get that one away. This one could be dangerous. Ball dropped in the midfield, but just a little bit too far. Close opportunity. And even still, Aiko, in this game number 2, we're still seeing Assassins with the majority of the pressure.
We're seeing them with the majority of the pressure, but none of their shots are able to go in. This defense from Venom just shutting every opportunity down that they have, getting these clears, making these really close saves. You really have to think, is this going to be the time where they start to, we see a little more bumps and demos from Assassins?
Yeah, the bumps and demos can be massive here, can be deadly. Especially against this Venom squad. This ball's rolling towards the net. Bull's going to try to slide it in, but Yukio is back just in time. I thought that one was going to be the one, be the equalizer. But instead, it stays at a 1-0 ball game. 1-0 lead for Venom. Starfire giving chase this one high off the backboard. 2 people up there. This one gonna drop right down. Yukio with a great shot to send it in and extend the lead.
Starfire able to get that amazing read off the corner. Able to get it past 2 defenders. Luma not quite getting the read that he was looking for. Yukio is able to just put that right into the net, giving Venom now a 2-goal lead.
Taking a little bit of momentum and rolling with it. They find a second goal. But can they find some more to the table, or can they hold on here? At least Assassin be able to bring it back. This one high off the backboard. Dangerous ball. Can't quite find the touch. This one again popped up, merely racing to it, but blocked out by Bullet. This one again, a dunk comes through. Starfire sending it down. Assassin's a little bit dangerous as their net is open, but Bullet, he's back just in time. Able to get a touch on that one. Starfire now turning on this one, sending up the sidewall, but Moxon, he's there first, trying to stay with it. Looking for another touch, but merely take some control off the backboard, bang it away. Here comes Bullet again. Off the corner, Moxon making the turn, dropping this one down, but Yukio all on top of that one. Able to clear it away. As a fake comes through, a shot attempt. Starfire almost able to make a highlight reel play, almost able to push that one through with a great fake. Not quite meant to be this time, as this is a dangerous ball. Starfire once again with the block, trying to find it through, merely watching demos for his life, but not able to go through. And we're about 1:20 remaining here, Aiko. And this one is going to find its way into the net, merely getting the goal. 3-goal lead now for Venom.
I don't think Millie didn't even get a. He didn't get a shot for. Oh, Moxon got a touch off of that after Mirley's touch. Little unfortunate touch from the Assassins, but now down 3-0 with 1:20, needing to find some momentum and very quickly.
You're gonna need something, but they're not gonna find it. As Yukio, he's coming through, putting another one in, a 4th goal for Venom. As Yukio again continuing his reign. He's definitely a deadly player in the Challenger League. Venom finds their 4th. And how about they're gonna find their 5th? Aiko Starfire sends it in, and Venom is pouring it on right now.
Looked like a miscommunication on the cheat. Moxon thinking it was going to go to the right side, went to the left. Unfortunate kickoff goal for Assassins.
Yeah, it is an unfortunate kickoff goal right there. Not quite meant to be that time, as Venom now kind of rolling here in game number 2, looking to take control of the series after that game 1 loss. Luma up for the seal in, but Yukio all on top of that one here. Under 60 seconds remaining in this game 3. Starfire has a touch, but only so far. This midfield, Starfire there finds one more, but Assassins can't quite make him pay here on the defensive end. Merely taking control. Really trying to drop it down in the midfield. So we find a touch as Yukio sends down the midfield. Starfire coming through, but But able to put that one on target like you'd like. Really trying to get to this one. Just able to cut that one off in time. But 30 seconds remaining. Assassins just kind of looking for a consolation goal, some momentum goal. If they can find it here. It's time taken away. Starfire. They find the musty redirect attempt there. Luma. They send off to the side bullet. Can't find the touch. Luma just going to shoot this one towards the net. Soft. This one popping up high. Here comes Moxon trying to find the touch. This one sent off to the side. Final seconds ticking away. And Venom, they are going to hold on here. A very commanding victory here in this game number 2 there, Aiko, as they're going to tie the series up in one apiece.
Venom showing up a lot better than they did in game number 1. But I think what biggest thing for Assassins is they need to get rid of that defense from Venom. Venom having up in total 8 saves to Assassin's 1 save. Finding those demos, I feel like, will really make the key difference in if the Assassins are able to win this series.
Yeah, no, there was a few demos on the Assassins end, 4-2, but they even led in the shot department 8-5. But Venom, 5 for 5 shooting right there. They're able to put all their shots into the net, and a great answer back from them in that game number 2. So as we move on, heading to game number 3, we're gonna have to see do the Assassins have something in their tanks to try to match it back here, try to take this lead, take the series lead right back, and see if they can head to Forbidden Temple with lead in their pocket. It's in game 4 now. Moxon gonna send this one up. Ball going towards midfield off the corner now. Gonna find a connection. Luma is up there, but merely great defense to lock that one down. This one, demo comes through, opens up a little bit of space. Venom gonna try to take it as they send it down. Moxon take the connect there to the wall. Merely he finds a touch. Luma in one of his own. His bullet gonna send it down. Starfire racing back. Bit of an awkward ball there. Just gonna take the boost. Gonna leave it for Yukio. Gonna help him out there. Moxon sending over the top of one. Luma, he's looking for Mural. He's going to find a connection, but the Hawkeye able to shut it down as this is an opportunity for the Assassins to turn instead. And race back just a little bit. Now this one in the midfield. Moxon taking control of this one. Putting it out high. Opportunity there, but it's going to be blocked away. Merely was on top of that one. Just couldn't quite get it out. As control here from Starfire out in the midfield. Luma just going to redirect it off to the corner. This one pops up. Yukio now taking control, looking to make something happen, trying to go underneath. Gonna pop it off the backboard, merely coming through. Can't quite get it on. The Starfire, he's racing to this one. Able to get that win in about a minute and a half here. They go. Well, both these teams still scoreless, trying to find that first goal on their tally.
Both teams are still trying to find the first goal, but not too many shots coming in. We've only seen 3 shots on target. Still some opportunities. Like this one from Assassins. But again, none of these shots finding the target.
That one almost found a target right there, but Venom, brick wall defense, able to lock that one down. This ball game 0-0, but a big miss comes through. Moxon may bail his teammate out. Still in the midfield, Luma. And then down, Venom looking to take control merely. Popping this one up, taking a little bit low. Bullet. Find a touch. This pinch comes through. Able to send it back into Venom zone. 0-0 ball game. Both these teams trying to take the lead here. Yukio up for this one. Yukio actually can look for the demo. Starfire trying to give him some time to find that demo, but Bullet instead, he's going to win this one. Has an opportunity to turn it around here. But he's getting cut off there. Really sends it off the corner. This one off the backboard. Looking for the double tap. Dropping it down. Dangerous ball. Luma sent it down, but the Assassins couldn't quite finish it off. And that was, in this game, it's a pretty slow game, but that was the first kind of real attempt that we've seen from either team, really.
Yeah, both these teams really are just trying to fight, trying to find good opportunities, looking for bumps. They're getting these bumps as well. Assassins, recently, I've been noticing they're a little on low boost most of the time.
Boost management is key, especially when you start moving up into the middle to higher leagues. Boost management is so much more crucial. You'll see it a lot. It's a difference between getting scored on and scoring yourself here. As this one dropping down, Moxon gonna put in a great pass, and the Assassins are gonna strike through for the lead.
This play really comes from Bullet being able to continue on even with a defender, like 3 defenders there, trying to find a pass midfield still. Moxon perfectly placed shot.
A great passing play, and that's what we saw in game 1 from the Assassins. They were really solid on the passing plays, the shot attempts, and led them in that game 1 victory. And now trying to make it a game 3 victory. This one sent towards the backward Luma. How to make a touch. They do. Run off the backboard Luma once again. They're going to find a touch into the corner. Stallify the 50. This one's sent out. Merely going to have a lot of time to work with here. You try to loft it over to Stallify, but Stall not quite ready. Get that one off to the corner. Yukio. Take this one up in the air. Trying to stay with it. Looking for a pinch down. Not going to make that one happen though, as Venom under a minute remaining. Trying to get on the aggression here. Can they push it back? Can they force overtime? Luma on the control. Going to flick it by 2, including one of his own teammates. This one off to the corner. Stallify. Gonna touch Moxon. And drop it down. Merely now. High off the backboard. Dangerous ball. Here comes Yukio. What a big save. Bullet coming through. Not the last minute to push it away. As we're down to the final 30 seconds. Can Venom make something happen here? 50 comes through from Merely. Luma in the corner. Stallify is there. Stallify over the top. Stallify trying to get it through, but Moxon on the goal line, shutting it down. Venom turning it back, and Yukio is going to send it in to tie it up.
Venom creating a lot more pressure than they have been able to most of the game, putting more shots on target. This one rolling right out to Yukio. Yukio getting a powerful shot in that top left corner. No one able to get to that one.
Great shot there by Yukio. So he's able to send that one in, and now going to be seeing overtime in game number 3. This ball popped up. Assassins looking for one more. It's a dangerous ball from Merely to read. He finds one touch. This ball still sticking around for a moment. Assassin's going to keep it up, but instead it's going to hit the ground. And we are heading to overtime here, Aiko. And both these teams, doesn't really seem like anyone has the edge.
No, both these teams are pretty equal on shots. They've both had equal amount of pressure. I think this game more so is going to come down to who is going to make a mistake first.
Who will make a mistake here in this one? Who is going to capitalize on the opponent? Or will we just see a great play? This ball off to the side here. Moxon looking to take control, but Merely all over that one. He sends it down. Has a big opportunity off the corner. That one can be sent down. Yukio. Patient plays. Able to get back to that one as Luma is there. Going to be dunked out by Yukio, who sends it down into the corner. Going to find it out, but no one quite ready for that one. Bullet and Stallify. Do battle on the wall there. This one, he sent a little bit too far. Moxon gonna find a touch. This ball popping up. Awkward ball, but Merely he finds the first read. This one sent out. Bullet down the field, looking for the infield pass, trying to find it, but Yukio is there just in time to block it away. The Assassin's almost a great attempt there, and they're firing it at the net. Stallify finds it in overtime. Venom take the series lead.
This was a great play from Yukio. Great clear down the field. Stallify able to just get the speed to get down to it before any of the Assassin defenders were able to get to it. Perfectly placing it right where they can't reach it.
Yeah, just a perfectly placed shot there as Venom gonna take this lead right back, winning the last 2 games here. And Assassins, they held the lead for the majority of that one there, Aiko, but it just seemed like they just couldn't hold on in the end, and Venom had too much momentum.
And I do think the momentum part does play a lot into it. Momentum is key. It's something you want to hold on to for an entire series. You could be down 0-2 in a series, but still have momentum. And as long as you hold your head up, having the momentum will be really strong and dangerous for anyone who has it.
Most definitely. And I mean, we saw it even in that last series. I mean, Flame was down to their very last second away from getting swept, and instead they were able to bring it all the way back to game 5. So we're gonna have to see here if the Assassins have that same sort of, mental fortitude to hold on here, win this game 4, Let's see if they can force this game 5, but it is going to be tough against a Venom squad who has gotten a few solid wins on the season here, and they're going to be looking for some more on this one as we're heading to Nemesis staple, the good old Forbidden Temple. We'll see if some chaos will reign here down on the pitch. Will we see a relatively calm game 4? I'd venture to say not, but you never really know here when you get to Forbidden Temple what you're gonna get. This one popped up in the midfield, shot towards the net. Stallfly can't get to it. Bullet bar down. Assassin strike first.
Assassin starting early. Luma getting the touch off the ceiling. Bullet able to read it perfectly and perfectly get that shot off the crossbar. Starfire was just not able to quite reach that one.
Not quite able to get to that one, and Assassins, a big first goal for them, especially when you're down in the series. Down 2-1 heading into Forbidden Temple. You always want to start out with that first goal. And they did just that, and we'll see if they can build on it. This one off the backboard merely. Find a nice clear, able to get this one down, looking to stay with it. A lot of boost to his name, but he's going to flick it over one, looking to bump onto a second. This one's sent back in. Venom trying to make the attack. Yukio. The corner. This ball can be banged out merely. Gonna stop it there. It's gonna be blocked up. Stop by now. Taking control. Gonna send it up high. Yukio. Not gonna stay with this one, but the Assassin's gonna clear it out here. Venom was looking for that attack merely now. On this one. Gonna try to send it down. Look for that pinch there. Gonna find a 50. Only so far as the corner. Yukio sets it up. Moxon able to get it out. Starfire waiting on that sidewall. Down the midfield merely. Trying to get to it, but denied away. This ball racing towards it. Yukio just able to get a touch off on it. But that one was very close. I feel like a couple times, Aiko, there have been these last second touches by both these teams that have saved goals.
Both of these teams are playing amazing defense. Some of them can be a little questionable, but a lot of the times we are seeing the defense come out from both of these teams, preventing from shots, even amazing shots that look unsavable just to get out of the net.
Oh, and that one was so close. Almost another one to go into the net there, but not quite meant to be this time. As this one dropped down, but can be flung away to the corner. Hassan still clinging on for the moment here. As we're approaching the halfway point, can they force this game 5? This one fired towards the net, but Starfire with a big save on the last ditch effort. As merely now popping this one out in the midfield, trying to drop it down for a teammate, but gonna go too far. This one off to the side. Yukio can have a lot of space here off the corner. Gonna find another out in the midfield, but that one gonna actually be sent down. Is it gonna go in? Oh my goodness, Bullet. He catches the defense off guard and give the Assassin the 2-0 lead.
And that was unfortunate. Yukio was trying to find someone in the midfield. Neither one of his teammates were able to reach it. Bullet with a huge clear on target. Assassin's up 2-0 now.
2-0. Trying to tie the series at 2-2. They have definitely shown some fight here in this game 4. Trying to send us to that clutch game 5, but Venom, they have been in so many game 5s. We'll talk a little bit more about that if we get to that point. They are no stranger to it. We'll have to see if they can try to prevent it. This one popped up there into the corner. Starfire, a little bit awkward. The dunk trying to come through, and not quite gonna happen here. As we're down to about a minute 45 here, trying to drop this one down. What do you need to see here, Aiko, from Venom if they're gonna bring it back and avoid heading to game 5?
Venom needs to find each other on the field. It seems like they're trying to find all these midfield passes, and it doesn't seem like any of them are coming close. Is that one almost going in, but Moxon making a huge save.
Big save indeed, as the lead still stands at 2-0. This one dropped down. Yukio gonna bang it out merely off the corner there. Try to find a touch there, a really light touch, but couldn't quite find it as Yukio. This one up in the midfield. Starfire dunked out there. Moxon is hunting for merely, but Yukio is going to be back just in time to help his team out as we're under a minute remaining. It'll be a minute away from game 5. This one out here. That one not going to make a touch. His Bullet. Moxon racing. This one fired towards the net. Baluma It's there in time. Again, this ball in the midfield. Assassins, though, locking it down. 40 seconds remaining. As they hold on to this one, Venom. And they get it going. Stuck in their zone now. Starfy dropping this one out. Zukio now push this one up. A demo comes through. This one towards the net, but it's going to be denied away. That could have just sealed it, as now the Assassins are coming the other way. Flip to work with, dropping it down and putting it just off the net and put it in. As Luma and the Assassins are hungry for a game 5.
Assassins getting that game 5. Unfortunate that the ceiling shot didn't go in, but Luma able to finish it out, putting the nail in the coffin for this game. We are going to Champions Field unless Venom can get something in 19 seconds.
Yeah, they will need the biggest miracle of all miracles if they can do that, but this one, let me clear it out, and I think that's just about going to do it here. Venom and their ability to get to game 5 is still here. Starfy looking to find one more. Not going to go this time. It's blocked away, but we will be heading to game number 5 yet again. And we're going to have to see if Venom can do it once more, as this is a crazy stat right here. Venom might be might be providing the most content out of any team in Nemesis this season. Of their 6 matches so far, including this one, they have gone to 5 game 5s and 1 game 4. So these guys just live in a game 5 world, and they are so far 2-2 in game 5s, Aiko. So they're wasting no time to send it to a game 5, but I mean, they're used to it now.
I do believe that they're used to it. The one thing that I really would like to see from Venom is finding each other on the field, especially on the offensive end. I noticed a lot in this game, they weren't really finding each other. They were trying to find these midfield passes, but nobody was there to take the shot.
Yeah, and you need to have your teammate there, or teammates there, if you're going to win games here in the Challenger League. And now heading to this game number 5. What do our defending champions have in store in this 5th game? Can they close it out, or will it be the Assassins pulling off the little bit of an upset here, at least in the channel point department? I guess in record-wise here too. But we're gonna have to find out as we are into game number 5, Assassins versus Venom, to close off week number 3 here. Battle in this Mountain Division between these two teams. It has been a good one so far. Who will come out on top? Oxen dropping this one down. Starfy gonna find a 50. This one gonna roll off to the side. Opportunity, this one towards the net. Really gonna leave it for Yukio. He finds a touch, but no boost to work with. Venom starved here early. This one off the backboard, dropping it down. A big dunk. Then Starfy somehow, some way, he's gonna make a connection on that one with no boost. But still, the pressure is not over, as Assassins have been pouring it on. But finally, Venom is taking it down. Merely putting it towards the backboard. Yukio, he can't connect though, as Luma, he's gonna send it down. And some chaos there, like in the first 45 seconds.
A lot of chaos right in front of that net. There's so many shots coming off. Venom able to make so many saves, almost getting a counterattack of their own. But now things start to calm down just a little bit.
Went down just for a second, but I'm sure it's not going to last for long here in a game number 5. Both these teams fighting for a win. I mean, Assassins looking to stay in touch in this division here. 1-4 record, looking to not drop to 1-5. 2-4 versus 1-5. Big difference, especially with a divisional win. Venom looking to improve to 4-2. Stay positive. This one blocked off in the midfield. Yukio gonna flip to the corner. Doesn't quite connect that boost. Gonna connect with the ball though, as Mirali is up looking for the shot, sending it off the backboard. Where is the follow? Starfy coming through. Here comes Yukio, lofted into the corner, trying to find another touch, but he can't connect. As Bullet, he's bumped off this one. Luma versus Mirali. Luma is going to win this battle. Starfy, a little bit of a side flip. Moxon dropping in the midfield with Yukio. He drops it back. Could be an opportunity. Shot towards net by Moxon, but so slow. Nothing they can do with it. This one's still in the Venom zone. Assassins have put on the pressure. Luma off to the side. Bullet racing in here. They try to pinch that one. Can't quite get what she was looking for. As this one popped up. Moxon coming through off the backboard. Bullet is there. It's Luma actually off the crossbar. Oh no, a huge miss there. Almost had that one into the back of the net. That might be one you're going to want back there. as that one could have been the goal they needed to take the lead there, Aiko.
Definitely want that one back, but you can't get too discouraged from it. There is still plenty of time, plenty of Rocket League to be played. Anything is able to happen in this Game 5, and so many saves are coming out. Neither team able to break free just yet.
And I didn't even see Yukio hiding behind that ball. Here comes Bullet, looking for the double tap. It's not going to go. And somehow Venom, they are getting pelted. And finally, they will break.
Unfortunate double commit merely and Starfly panicking, just wanting to get this ball out. Assassins and Moxon just trying to put more shots on target. Assassin's going to take the 1-goal lead.
2 minutes remaining here. The Assassins have found the lead, but can they find the win here? They're certainly going to keep trying. This one fired towards the net. Venom, double commit here. The net is wide open. It's 3-on-1. Watch out. Murley's going to dunk it in. And the Assassins going to get their lead taken right back.
I don't know how I would have felt seeing 3 red players coming at me, being the only defender back. I would have been scared of that.
Yeah, I don't blame the last defender right there. That one was a tough one for sure, but Venom merely gonna find that goal here as they bring it back. The Game 5 Warriors are at it again, and they find another Game 5 win. Their 5th Game 5 in 6 matches. They definitely have the experience here. But the Assassins have played so strong in this series thus far. As here comes Moxon, sending it in, looking for the double, can't find it. The follow-up attempt off the backboard. One more Luma. He can't get it down. It's Venom gonna try to look on the counter. Merely taken up, trying to stay with it, but Bullet finds one touch. Yukio sending it towards the net. Luma takes a touch, able to get it out, looking for a dunk. The Bullet high off the backboard. Awkward ball for Murley. He can't connect with Stallify. Gonna help him out there is Moxon in the midfield, but it's only to Yukio off the backboard. And Bullet, he can't find the touch. Stallify coming in. This one, dangerous ball, fired in. Yukio puts it in with 58 seconds left.
Venom finding the pressure that they've been needing. Panic from the Assassins. Yukio able to put that one perfectly behind Luma. And now Venom with only 58 seconds, as you said. Only need to hold on to this lead.
Can they do it here? Maybe even extend to it. Stallify wasting all the time. Dunking it off the corner. Not going to go. And the Assassins break out here. This ball popped up high. Merely coming through. Trying to keep this pressure on. Starve the Assassins as a boost gets stolen. But a demo could open up a little bit of space. Trying to drop it down in the midfield. This one fired in. Stallify all over that infield pass. And Venom looking to hold on.
Bullet just on no boost. Unable to get the power that he needed to get it to his teammate Starfly, reading it every day. Venom pulling free just a little bit. Only 37 seconds remaining though.
Yeah, last chance, last call for the Assassins here. And they turn it around. They need to find 2 goals with 30 seconds remaining. They're going to have to do it quick here. Merely it's just a pot shot towards net. The Starfly happy to waste the time. Going to get it by everybody. Playing a little bit of free play right here. The Assassins got to get going here if they're going to want a chance. Got to score with at least a second on the clock if they're going to want something. This one actually punched out Luma, and Bullet trying to race to it. Yukio is going to find a connection. This ball is up off the corner. Can they put it in with time? This one out of the midfield, and that is going to do it here. Venom, the Game 5 Kings, have done it again. Another win in Game 5.
Just amazing gameplay from both of these two teams. And I couldn't tell which way that was going to go from the entire series from start to end. Both teams had their moments. Both teams had times where they looked shaky. Venom coming out on top. Another Game 5 victory over the Assassins.
Yeah, big Game 5 victory. And yeah, I saw them really talking about it. They only know how to go to Game 5. That's just what they do. And this time it was another win. They're 3-2 in Game 5s and now 4-2 on the season. So these guys, they are definitely going for max Nemesis games this season. And so far, it's going to lead them to a positive record there. So congratulations to them on that big win there. And yeah, that is pretty much going to wrap it up. Got to do a couple of quick shout outs here. We're bringing back our premium subscriber screen here. A big shout out to all the people subscribing in the Discord, supporting Nemesis, Flame Intruder, Jax, Aiko, Street Soul, all of our Challenger Plus subscribers. Much love to you guys and everyone who has supported us here at Nemesis. If you guys want to get involved, you guys can subscribe in the Discord, get access to insider perks, information, a lot of insight that you can see into other league chats, some giveaways that we do. There's a lot of cool things we work on with the Discord members. So if you guys are interested, check it out in the Discord. See the server shop at the top of the server, right there to support us. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. As always, Aiko, thank you for joining me in the booth. It was a fun match right here, Aiko.
Fun match indeed. I would absolutely love to see a rematch of this later on in the season. And they are in the same division, so hopefully we will be able to see that again later on in the season.
Yeah, we will be guaranteed to see them one more time at the end of the season, and who knows what might happen right there at the very end of the street, or at the very end of the season. It could be a crazy finish in that Mountain division. Also got to give a shout out to local Visco Lad, subscribing earlier for 9 months with Prime. So much love to you guys. Much love to local and everyone else for supporting us. But that is going to wrap it up for tonight. That is going to conclude week number 3. We're back next week for week number 4, the final divisional matchup in this part of the season. There'll be 3 more at the very end of the season, but last divisional matchup for now will be coming up your way on Monday. So make sure you guys tune in for that. But once again, appreciate everyone for hanging out here at the stream, and thank you all for watching. We'll talk to you guys later.